Hello,
Oh my.
and welcome to the Rwby Volume 3 commentary.
Director's commentary.
Director's commentary.
Because there's like 18 commentaries on this.
Yeah, content.
Boom.
Commentary sub 2B section A. I got nothing.
Hi, so
Hey.
my name is Carrie Shawcross. I am the co-writer and the director of Rwby Volume 3.
Yeah. My name is Miles Luna. I'm a co-director and co-writer on Rwby Volume 3 and voice of Jean Arc.
My name is Gray Haddock. I'm privileged to help run the animation department here at Rooster Teeth. I'm a co-director on Rwby 3 and voice Roman Torchwick.
My name is Cohen Wooten. I'm the producer of Rwby Volume 3.
And voice of Zwei.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh man. Carrie, let's talk about the scene for a minute. 'Cause
Okay.
This was a special scene, man. This was
It was.
This was nuts.
I'm already getting weird.
What does that mean?
I don't know. In my head, I'm already in a weird spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I think this was more subconscious on your part because you guys were telling us about how you were wanting to open the volume.
It wasn't actually our idea.
so
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so here,
Yeah.
this is the thing that we just
yeah,
had to
let's
talk
talk
about.
about
So
it.
obviously, our dear friend Monty Ohm passed away before Rwby Volume 3 aired, and we opened the volume with this scene, and we wanted to return back to Summer Rose's grave and show off some of our amazing art, but we had this scene where Rwby speaks to her mother, and I remember when we first handed people a draft of the script, they were like, "Wow, this is really touching. I think you could have a little more dialogue in here if you want to, pay some tribute to Monty." And we were like, "What?" And they said, "Yeah, isn't this obviously supposed to be like, kind of like a thing that you wanted to say to Monty?" And we went, "No, this was one of the scenes that Monty had planned in the treatment for this season."
He wanted to do this because he wanted to have like a recap of everything that happened.
Yeah.
And just show that Rwby still wanted to talk to her mom.
Yeah.
And so we were like, yeah, let's do that. And no.
We didn't even think about
Nope.
it. But then,
Not once.
Once, I think Daniel Fabella was the first one to
I
bring
think
it
he
up.
was.
No,
And then, it was great. It was you. Yeah.
But and in fact, he had not begun animating it, but there was a scene setup file. There was one poser file that Monty had set up of Rwby standing at the graveside, and the camera in there was just starting to have some keys on it, but that was it.
Yeah, it was like one really solid movie.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy how that happened, but it was something that I think it was a really great way to open up this volume. And then essentially after we had this kind of nice sort of settling moment, it was time, all hands on deck, let's start the tournament.
Yeah, the signature, though.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That came from when we storyboarded together, the three of us. It was one of those things where it's like, at that point, people had read the script and we had already gotten that note. And we didn't really want to change the scene to make it too much about that, just because that wasn't the intent and we didn't want to hit people over the head with it. But it was a neat idea. I think you threw it out, Gray. Miles threw it out. I don't remember.
Hey, I don't remember
Yeah,
either.
no, that's a high line.
Yeah.
We all
It
share a brain
happened.
anyway.
It happened.
It just felt right.
It just felt right. It was just like this little way of being like, hey.
Yo.
Was
Let's
that? Did we use Monty's animation for that shot?
We weren't able to use the exact.
But we were able to study a file that he had done before.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
For those that
No, we
don't
spent a
know,
lot of time on that.
for those that may not know what we're talking about too, Monty had a really cool, unique signature that was essentially birds flying off into the sun. And if you looked at it just the right way, you realize it said Monty Ohm.
Yeah.
And I remember for the longest time, I would see him sign things, and I thought he was drawing little smiley faces, and I was like, that's so cute. He makes smiley faces every time. He's like, no, you idiot. It's birds in the sun.
Yeah.
We actually spent a lot of time trying to get that right. It was probably one of the last shots actually be like completed in comp. Like I think we went back to that a couple times in animation.
Yeah.
I guess a note to the listeners: today is the very first day after the 1 year marking the loss of Monty.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
I think he would have been pretty stoked with hoverboard guns.
Yeah.
This whole opening fight was, it was a little scary. Like there was a lot of pressure and a lot of there was a lot of questions. That's like, can Rwby still be Rwby?
Yeah.
And
Well, yeah.
Well, you guys actually
My name-
premiered this to an audience, right? I mean,
Yeah,
what
we,
was the response to that? I mean,
in the typical tradition as much as possible, we always like to premiere Rwby at RTX. You know, that's been the trend for the last couple of years. But because of what happened, just like some other stuff too, the whole release schedule got pushed for Rwby, which meant that we didn't have the whole first episode done by RTX. So what we did do is it was actually Shane Newville and Dylan ended up helping along too. Dylan Gu ended up working on this fight, and they were able to wrap it up just in time for RTX. So we were able to actually show this and the Noodle Hut scene at RTX. Is like, hey guys, we can't show the first episode, but here's. Trust us.
It's happening.
It's happening. Rwby's still a thing.
I still hear Queen's "We Will Rock You."
Yeah,
that was the temp music that you had.
Yeah, when we come into the stadium. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can't remember what something about rock ended up in Tournament Rocks or something ended up being like the name of the track.
Oh right, yeah, that's just a little tribute to the team.
Yeah.
Oh man, this
But,
first fight
it was amazing to see Team Rwby in such fine form again.
Yeah.
It was such a welcome return, just to after everything that life in the universe had thrown at everyone here for the previous half of the year. It felt like coming home just to see them doing their thing again.
It was
I mean,
just
we definitely talked about that when we were writing this episode. It's just like, let's just show everybody that like, yes, we're doing our best to make things the same, but also just like, here's a really good way to just jump into this tournament. Let's show Team Rwby. You know, like this is the best way to kind of like get people back into it.
compared to previous volumes too, like this, just about every fight this volume, of which there are many.
Yeah,
It was like compared to stuff that we've done before. It's like, what are we doing in episode 1? Oh, a 4-on-4 fight. Like, that was compared to stuff that we've done in the past. That was big.
Yeah,
and our animators came out swinging. Everybody came out swinging.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen our team more psyched and pumped to prove that they were ready to do something great, and I think they did.
And I think it was the reaction, Cohen, like you were saying, of the community being so generous at RTX and the reaction to those scenes that
Absolutely.
we weren't sure. We were so scared.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we were so scared.
Great,
about
I've never
how
been
that
more
was
scared in my
gonna go.
life.
Yeah.
Now you guys actually showed this in total, this fight scene again at another convention.
At NYCC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
we
that
actually-
was
the
more complete
finish.
at that time.
Right.
Yeah.
And we actually had rendered shots for that particular show.
Yeah, it was mostly comp at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was pretty much good to go, and people loved it then too.
great.
People did a pretty good job of not leaking online.
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah, no, the for the most part, the
Please
fans
don't do
are
that.
really, really cool.
Yeah, it was really fun too from the writing side, having these fights, because in the past, we'd always know that whenever it was time for a big action moment, Monty would do what Monty does, which
Yeah.
is whatever he wants.
Yeah, you would almost literally put in the script, Monty action here.
Yeah. So now it was, we were writing out like lots of detailed moves and the progression of the fight, and
Well, that really helped the team, though.
it was fun.
And we
too.
storyboarded a lot this year, too, which I'm sure, I know you guys did in the past as well, but this year we kind of storyboarded every single fight, kind of looked at it through every single lens, and I think it really helped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I love our crew. Every year I keep thinking that I can't bond any tighter with the crew, but like everybody just really rocked it this year. But we had so you guys actually started to not only deliver the in and out points of the fight, but you kind of delivered the beats of kind of what moments you wanted in it. The animators would run with that, and our camera team would just make those shots look even sexier, and just everybody was firing all cylinders. It was great.
Yeah, it was cool because it's still been a very collaborative process. We can talk about this more when we get into the other fights, but just because we boarded a fight didn't mean that it would stick there. That was the groundwork. In a lot of ways, it's like Rwby's always been this show where we kind of built on top of something and built on top of something, and that continued especially with all the fights this year. Just everybody getting to show off their own little creativity and add things to fights.
Yeah, it was so cool because we had we brought in Carmichael Simon, who was one of our fight choreographers on Red vs. Blue season 13, and he kind of he spent a few days kind of holding a fight choreography workshop with our team and talking to them about beating it out in 8 counts and looking for all these opportunities to do really cool and unique moves. And they loved it. They did it in. I remember they did it in the old Achievement Hunter office because it was soundproof in there.
It was like a sauna.
But it was so gross. Like they'd come walking out and like this thick chewable air would
I
come
believe the
out.
word is dank.
Oh, shout out to Best Girl Neo.
Yeah.
Who is
We'll
it?
actually tie this back into the video here in a minute. But yeah.
Boot sniff.
Yeah, everyone's kind of. Are we really going for that? Yes, we are.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
It's
it
weird.
worked. Hey, did you
Wasn't
guys
there a
wanna see-
creepier face on Mercury at one point?
He bit his lower lip.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Did you guys want to say anything about the tournament mechanics? So we just saw 4-on-4 round, and you guys demonstrated ring out, aura out,
Yeah.
Where people are starting to get an idea of like how the diagrams work on the displays.
Yeah, we're trying to just be very clear, like, hey guys, here's all this information in this first fight. We keep talking about how Aura is basically a health bar. It's a health
here you
bar.
go. Yeah, this will help you
This is a
understand the video
video
game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super Smash Brothers meets Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They hit a certain threshold, they get knocked out. Obviously, if you haven't actually seen the show yet, please watch the show and know the commentary first, because we're going to talk about stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Who came up with the idea, or how did the idea come up to use Port and Oobleck as the announcers?
I don't remember.
I think
it was you.
It was me.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
so essentially, it came down to we were already looking at
Yeah.
the character list and how many characters we were adding.
So if the Illuminati was always going to be busy with their
Right.
scenes,
Well, and we were looking at all these characters we were adding, and I could see Cohen and Grace sweating profusely, and I was like, okay, well, we have this announcer character, and I actually remember, and I don't actually feel bad about saying this. We were trying to think like, how do we make this not like other anime tournament announcers, like, because that's been a thing before.
I think at one point we talked about like Vicky Vale, or not Vicky Vale. God. Yeah. No. Lisa Lavender. Jesus.
That's not the first time we fucked that up too.
I know.
But so we're just trying to think, okay, like, how do we make this character unique to our world? It's like, well, we already have characters that are unique to our world.
Right.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
And we didn't have anything else for them this year,
Yeah.
so why not, you know?
Another thing that was fun doing this year was showing, like you said, Gray, in fighting, we're seeing Team Ruby in top form, seeing them socially in form together, like having fun. Blake right here is being adorable when normally she's like,
Yeah.
I'm tired and have to fight for justice.
all the little character traits that the animators imbued these scenes with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But you remember, this is one of the first ones we actually tested.
Yeah.
Like, so we did some animation tests early on, and this is where we started.
Yeah, we actually had it was a combination of Dustin, Joel, our two lead animators, and then Austin and Harley, who have also just worked on the show for a very long time.
Since the first season.
Yeah, they all have.
I guess
yeah.
Harley did a lot of the work of the first scene, Ruby at the graveside.
Yeah.
And I guess Dustin and Joel plus Harley kind of helped out.
It was actually Austin. Austin was like the main one on the Noodle Hut after Dustin. Dustin did that first shot. Austin did the rest. And I think Joel helped out with one of the shots. But they all worked together on kind of like trying to refine the style for this year of animation.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. We
refined it.
We took
There.
some time. Yeah,
I'm
there
kidding.
you go.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Took some time in pre-production to go through a whole bunch of classes with the crew in general and the animation team
Well,
in particular. Like
Let's
performance
pause there.
style.
We had pre-production
How about that?
for Rwby.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
More of that, please.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, but I mean, we had spent the off season collecting a whole bunch of references. Of,
Yeah, and by that we were watching anime.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's homework.
Yeah.
It's legit. But collecting clips from shows where we wanted to show what we did and did not want to have come across in the motion style and the performance style.
Yeah.
We're still relying heavily on shooting and mocap sessions to
Right.
get a lot of the data that we apply to the character performances.
But then how do we make that not look so floaty?
Yeah, and so it is
so
snapping from
person-
gesture to
yeah.
gesture now and cutting out more of the extra breediness of the mocap in between.
Yeah, it was definitely a process. We for that very first scene, Harley and I shot mocap for the whole thing, and she cleaned the whole thing up, and we went, this is still isn't 100% there yet. Like, we still need to keep going. So she ended up, we ended up re-mocapping parts of it, and she ended up just stripping out a ton of the data and
Yeah.
almost hand keying scenes. And that's when we went, okay, so here's where we want to get now. Now how do we get there easier with all the mocap and
Yeah.
actually use all of that?
Which I know that approach still kind of frustrates the hell out of some of our more hand key based animators.
You can say Ian, it's fine.
Yeah, so sorry.
Yeah, you can say it.
But by the end of it, a lot of these the graphs inside the software kind of look as though it was hand keyed, kind of sort of.
Yeah,
kinda,
no,
sorta.
no, no.
But yeah,
it's a lot about
it's-
taking the beats from the mocap, and what's
Yes.
really important, and then smoothing out the transition.
So this
and
is
the
the
whole
first
thing
year,
is-
though, that you actually directed inside the mocap stage every single performance that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
so every other year for Dialogue Scene for Rwby up to this point has been, here are some version of storyboards animators, whether it was stick figures, poser scene grabs that you and I did, Gray,
Yeah.
or text on a screen that said kind of
Yeah.
roughly what the shot was.
Character stands on left side, turns to camera, walks this
Yeah,
way.
and then we just kind of handed that to the animators and said, see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's kind of
And
funny.
then-
It was really fancy at the beginning of every season, then by the end of it, it's always text.
Yeah.
because we had no time.
But yeah, so this year we were able to, whole season through, we storyboarded every scene, which was great. And then whole season through, we mocapped every single scene.
We had our spectacular layout team who
Yeah.
would take all the mocap data and the assets, the characters and the environments and everything,
Yeah.
and put that together. And then that's what got delivered to the animators so
Mm-hmm.
that they could actually spend their time focusing on the animation.
It's amazing how many steps in the process you had approval. Both you
Yeah.
and Gray and Miles. Like, literally watched every single step. You approved it at every stage.
It was good. We were able to say like, all right, this is working, or this looks like it's gonna work, but let's get in animation. Let's see. Sometimes we remote cap. You know, it's one of those things you never know, but we're able to kind of check it at multiple stops. And
Well, it
go,
just
like,
proves
this
it's
is
not
working.
as easy as sitting down in front of a computer
Oh,
and
no.
moving some keys around. You
No.
know, there's a lot of stages and steps in order to make it.
And
to
I mean, they
this
were
level.
able to work so much faster because of that too. It really helped.
Yeah.
Fight. So before we get too far away from the Noodle Hut scene,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things in that scene that I really, really love. Blake being adorable.
Yeah.
Rwby, everybody being adorable.
Yeah.
But
Adorable.
then also, we very subtly in Nora's super quick rant slipped in the fact that they're orphans, and I think that was one of my favorite fan reactions. Was people going, "That was hilarious." Wait, what did she just say?
Do you remember what happened when we recorded that line, Miles?
Yup.
We did the thing again where we put in a temp line in the script and said, we'll fix this later.
I made it to the booth.
And then we're reading, and she goes, hey, I have a question. This line says something about being an orphan, but we'll figure it out later. Is that what I'm actually supposed to say? And we said, no,
Nope.
Sam, it's not. Let us mute you real quick, and we're going to have a conversation.
Yeah.
We did it again.
So, do you remember
No.
the dumb thing that we did with this character with the sniper rifle this year?
I
in
sure
terms of
do.
what we named her
I
and
sure
what we
do.
didn't realize we named her.
Oh, boy.
So, we needed Auburn. Wait, no. Is this no? What
This is
it?
Team Bronze.
This is Bronze. Thank you. So we needed a Z name.
Yeah.
And we needed a color name.
And ZZ Top was out.
So I was looking around for like names that start with Z that mean certain colors, and
Yeah.
Zedong means, I think it was something like it was like a purple mushroom, purple poison mushroom or something.
Or something like that,
I
yeah.
read that somewhere. Maybe I'm full of shit. I don't know.
It was
But
a
that
hor- it was
but
a
I found that, I
horoscope
was like,
website.
great. And then we were like, okay, we need to give her a first name because Zedong just can't be her first name.
Yeah.
And for whatever we decided on May, I'm like, that sounds pretty, May Zedong. Kind of forgot about Mao Zedong.
Yeah.
That guy who, not the most liked person in the world.
I heard he did
See
some
Maeve
stuff in
walking around
China.
campus handing out her pamphlets.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
can't believe that.
yeah, I tweeted out like, "Hey guys, in case you're curious, because they didn't talk in the episodes, they were in the credits. It's like, here's these characters' names, and there's got a bunch of tweets that are like, did you really do that? Do you know what you just did? And we're like, ah! And just kind of owned it and just.
Well, you know, Ruby characters are based off fairy tale people and historical people, so you know.
Yeah, you know the great fairy tale of Mao Zedong. Yeah.
Oh God.
Once
we
upon a time in
are
the East.
done.
Okay, but yeah, Team Bronze versus Team
Team
Juniper.
Juniper.
There you go. You
Oh,
actually-
beacon.
later we can tell your Oobleck Templine stories.
Oh yeah.
What's this?
Shut
love
up.
this.
Shut up.
Boom.
This was really
Only
a
if we get to
point.
talk about Miles' Cinder.
This truly was a point where the animators were just really getting their sea legs, if you will, with fights.
This was Dustin and Austin and us going, good job, good luck, guys.
Yeah, this was tough. There was not a lot of time for this fight.
There was
at
not.
all.
I think we're still figuring out a lot of things just about like the show this season in general and just like how production was gonna go because we handled it differently than we.
But this
had.
shot right here.
Boom.
Yeah.
And the production turned out great. And actually, I think this is actually one of our better ones, just in
By the
terms of
power
like
of
how it
Grayskull.
flowed. But because we're not doing this at 4 a.m. But it was definitely this fight and the next one were definitely a learning curve for us and the animators in general. Like,
I'm still to this day very happy that the Flying Heart made it in.
yeah, that was a good idea.
The
Oh,
She's a
smoking's
smoker.
bad.
so you've got Jean still trying to Captain America his team.
Yeah.
He's matured again. And
He's getting better at
Pyrrha's
combat.
still Pyrrha.
Nora's still Nora. I think
I had a lot of fun doing that hit.
that must have been our. I think this was one of our first. I guess I'll call it a layout kerfuffle. I'm not sure what you want to call it, where the we got to render and some of the ground was not cracked in some shots. That was one of our first like, oh no.
There's this thing called continuity.
And then we had this thing with lighting material. And that was actually a real big deal because rendering the set was like at 30 minutes per frame.
Yeah, and they went to go try and change the material on the ground, and they had to click on each individual rock just because of the way the poser linked it. That was our first like,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
Yeah, you start sweating it when you start realizing how
Oh,
long
yeah.
it takes to do, just a couple of shots in poser. So
It was a lot of
So
fun.
Sweet eyebrows.
In Volume 2, Monty really wanted to do the team attack names.
Yeah.
As a kind of a shout out to shippers.
Yeah.
And this was our way
Like,
of Jean wanting
still
to also
fumbles
be
it.
cool and totally not.
Yeah, when Monty does it, it's cool. When John does it, it's not
It's
as
so
cool.
not cool.
Yeah.
Frustrated Blaine is frustrated.
Yeah.
Ren brings the flower.
Yeah. It was the dumbest but greatest thing ever.
Were there any other voices for Team Bronze?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. We're gonna find out in the credits in a minute.
Yeah, right.
Handy credits.
Yeah. I know Blaine was bronze. We had a strapping young man, so we went to Blaine.
Team Rocket's blasting off again.
They actually used to go off into the sky, but then we figured out how the energy barriers worked, and we didn't do that anymore.
Yeah, we had a bunch of well, not a bunch, but we had a few like pretty major changes to like fights and things that we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
Oh, the crowbar.
Yeah, I know you hate the gray. I know you hate it.
For some reason, that is the line in the sand for me. It was just like one
Oh,
notch
that's
too
where
far.
we draw the line in the
Yeah,
sand.
I'm learning about myself aesthetically.
Yeah.
It's
So real quick, shout out to our bartender here, who was I believe he was one of our Indiegogo backers.
He
for
was.
the team.
He
Super nice guy.
yeah, he was really nice. His perk was to be a voice. And yeah,
congratulations! Yeah, your prize package and the scene that we've selected for you. You get to act against Vic.
Yeah, seriously.
What was great too is that he had the bartender looks at what he does, because when this dude showed up, he had an awesome mustache. So
Yeah.
we're like, oh, the bartender has to have this mustache.
Yeah.
What I remember being really funny was when he knocks over the drink later, the original line was, "Gee dang it." But for whatever reason, he had this thing where he couldn't say dang it. So we're like, oh, what are we going to do? And then we were just like, oh, we could just make it G darn it. And we're like, oh, yeah, that's great. That's perfect. And he G darn it did hit really well. Ladies.
Yeah,
Or
other
Indiegogo
Indiegogo
teams.
backers.
Yeah.
Team Indigo.
Team Indigo. We're clever.
Break his stupid face.
Yeah, but they got a perk to be a background team, and we decided, hey, we're
go
here.
for
We
it.
need a team. Let's just make them a team that they fight. I thought everything turned out pretty well.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good. They also came and visited us for the
Yeah.
day and went over ideas for designs of the look and so forth. And it was just also kind of fun to see them pitted against Team Sun. And
You said that perfectly. It's the sun popped
yeah, I
up on
know.
screen.
That dumb sunglasses.
Yeah.
I'm still. There's a lot of people that are still sad that we cut. Do you remember the original end joke for one?
Oh,
It was the mountain biome popped up in front of the crowd, and there's one guy goes, "Oh, come on."
Oh,
he's
right,
like
blocking his
completely
view.
blocks his seat. Yeah. Oh man. We'll
Dumb
talk about
jokes.
Neptune's sphere of water a little later.
Yeah.
This is cool. One of my
Gosh.
favorite biomes. was
Oh
the
yeah.
ship.
It's
Yeah.
so cool. That was a big thing. We were talking about how do these biomes work? Like, what are we doing with water? Do we have water constantly overflowing? And we're like, force fields.
So our layout team basically kind of figured out how they with a director team, kind of how they float up and how they land and all that stuff. And I think it's really badass.
Joe, our lead in layout, really like he usually owned those shots. He got really good at just like getting the timing just right and making it feel really strong.
It's really exciting to see them lift up. It's kind of it's a cool little surprise.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts about like of everything that's great in one. One of my favorite parts is just seeing those rise for the first time, and like especially in our like our audio booths here where we do all the mixing and like it's stuck on. It's just this big rumble as they come up. It's one of my favorite parts of one actually. The tornado.
Finally getting to see Sage and Scarlet, not as 2D figures.
Yeah. So this fight was Harley, Sean, and Kim in her second week here.
Yeah, she
threw her into a
threw her
fight.
into
Welcome to the
fire.
team.
Yeah.
Combat
Actually,
go.
and I think like her first assignments too were helping out Austin and Dustin wrap up a couple things in their fight, and then we just threw her on her own fight too.
This fight has probably one of my top 3 favorite shots of the entire season.
Which
It's
one?
coming up.
Oh, okay.
I think you know which one.
I probably know which one you're talking about.
It's involves Sun.
Yeah.
Bam! I got goggles. Boom! There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that shot so much.
That's good.
That was that's still I think Alex Leonard's desktop background wallpaper. is a frame of that face kick.
We need to Photoshop in like a tooth going.
And this is when we start to show off Scarlett's sort of Peter Pan influence.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Forcing
Yeah.
Scarlet. Oh man.
I've seen some amazing cosplay of him lately.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't seen that.
People
That's
getting
awesome.
a little hardcore going with the hair too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, shaving on the side and all that.
I love Skrillex.
Man, it's it's so we're recording this at the time of what just came out?
10.
Episode 10 just came
10, and I'm playing Yokai Watch.
out. And what is that important?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm dating the thing.
Okay. But gosh, it's obviously by the end of the season things are so dark. It's fun going back. I haven't watched these since they came out. Fun going back and watching the fun times.
Yeah.
The fun fights
Yeah. When
where we can get hit in the nuts with a coconut, and it's great.
and we come up with lines like "on nuts."
Yeah, and see that one doesn't bug me.
That one bugged Carrie. That one bugged Carrie.
bugs me a
I was
little
like,
bit.
come on, all nuts. He was like, really?
yeah,
I think everybody gets one of those
Yeah.
each season.
yeah.
I love the aura drop in the background on
Yeah.
that. That's some good camera work. Oh, do we want to talk about who was it that didn't they do an animation when Neptune electrocutes the water? All the girls just came floating up face down in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a couple iterations of that.
Yeah,
a
we have
gag.
we have a bloopers folder on our server here that will never see the light of day, ever.
Oh, Penny.
We can talk about that one later.
We'll talk about it
That one's
later.
not even that bad compared to the rest of them.
Yeah.
But there's one where it's just like, and dead. They're all dead. They died.
Oh,
Then there's the other one with the effect made it look completely crispy fried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think that one's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt and Bernie didn't like it though. So.
Oh, I like the tiptoe.
This is great.
The Looney Tunes.
Yeah. Please don't get your water, dog.
His face. So ridiculous. Those guys are such goofballs.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's like Pokemon.
Shocking.
Shut up.
Oh, yeah, no, wait, we made fun of that.
We make that joke.
yeah.
We literally already made that joke.
It's happening right now.
Oh my gosh.
Good Lord.
A little insight into the rotting process there.
My mind's leaving.
You forgot how spoons work, so yeah.
Yeah, that was a whole thing.
So you guys have known about Crow since the very, very beginning. You know, we teased.
He was
it in
almost in
Volume
season
2.
1, actually.
Yeah.
Really?
He was almost in the original first scene for episode 1, volume 1 that never made it. He was actually in it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It was,
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you.
No. It's kind of, this is what still boggles my mind. Is to this day, little bits of trivia will come out where you kind of think you've heard everything about the genesis of the show.
Gee darn it.
I forget shit.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned.
Dusty old Crow. I had the pleasure of getting to do a lot of mocap for Crow. And
You got into
that meant
character.
I would get in character.
Yeah.
Particularly in the beginning. I drank a lot of whiskey before some of the scenes.
you really?
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
Oh,
yeah.
you can see it in the
paid
data
off.
too. Yeah. We
Look,
go, is
I'm
the
a
data,
method actor, okay?
Is the data being jittery? It's like, no, Miles just got into character.
Yeah, and we, got kind of lucky just being able to say hello to Vic and make all that work out.
Man, that was crazy.
Yeah.
How that all worked out. The longer version of the story, which I guess I'll tell next episode, was really neat. But getting to work with him has been really cool.
Cool, dude.
So, like I was saying, so a long time ago, gosh, I can't even remember where it was. There was a convention going on, an anime convention going on. This is probably wrong. I want to say it was in like the Philippines or something.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think it's it.
It was
yeah.
it. Okay. Monty got asked to be a guest there, and he's like, "I'm working. I can't do that." So they Skyped him in to a panel, and I happened to be at the office too, so he like pulled me over at the same time. It was kind of late at night, and we're on, and we're just like people are mainly people are asking him questions, and I just kind of like say a funny joke every couple minutes, and then all of a sudden the webcam's really blurry, but this guy that looks really familiar gets in front of the mic, and he's like, "Hey, Monty," and we're like, "Hello." He's like, "It's Vic," and we're like, "Oh, it's Vic. We really like everything you do." And he was like, "I want to work with you guys," and we're like, "We want to work with you. Yeah, no, this sounds good." And then nothing.
Yeah.
And then like a year later, I'm not sure exactly what changed, but we were able to finally get his contact info.
Yeah.
And he was perfect for it. It was the first role we tried him for, and he knocked it out of the park. He really did.
It's so much fun to do his voice, to do his take on Crow too.
Yeah.
I think everyone around the office has their version of Crow voice now.
Well-
talking to you.
Well, it happens a lot during while we're doing mocap too, because we're listening to the same take over and over
Yep.
and over again. And usually we mocap at night, so we're all getting kind of loopy. So we end up,
Hey there, firecracker.
I don't normally do this. That was you. You wrote that line. Creep people out. Just let
What?
you know. Yeah. People got creeped out.
No.
Yeah. I normally don't do this, but I went, that one was Miles. That one was Miles.
I thought it was a cute term of endearment.
It is.
Here's a fun fact. This scene actually belonged to the episode before at one point.
It
Oh,
did.
yeah, that's right.
Originally, episode 2 was way too long.
It ended with what was it? Not you. Or no, it ended with come and take it. right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will,
to
I will
start the
gladly
fight.
remove it for
Yeah,
you.
it-
All
like,
right.
3
all
was
the way up
really
there.
short.
Take it.
Yeah, and three was ended up like 8 minutes long.
Yeah.
And
I really think it was a great choice. Like it fits.
yeah, it helped production. It was one thing for it, but it really like the reason to do it is like it helped the flow of the episodes.
Absolutely.
So obviously we need to talk about the amazing Elizabeth Maxwell and,
will.
and Winter
Oh,
Schnee.
yeah.
But before we get away from the scene, can we talk about awkward Ruby? Because awkward Ruby is one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
A few minutes ago,
Which she
thank
just,
you.
She just puts her hands
She
up.
puts her
Thank
hands
you.
out, like,
yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. It's the best thing ever. So Winter, Weiss's sister, we're finally seeing her. The lovely Elizabeth Maxwell, which Cohen, I believe you introduced
Yeah.
to the company.
She's
do you wanna,
so awesome.
Do you want to talk about how you know her or anything like that?
No, I mean, I actually met her through friends. You know, she's been in the industry for a long, long
Yeah.
time. And we tried to, I think we were talking about, like, if there's any way to get her in future projects, and we didn't really talk about Rwby in any way. And then she came by and said hi to us one day, and a couple of weeks later, we called her back for this.
But what was crazy? I mean, so we got a general read from her.
Yeah.
We just wanted to know what she sounded like, and I happened to get in the office earlier that day, listened to it, and I'm like, this sounds like this could actually be Weiss's sister. She sounded like an older version of Kara.
Yeah,
Both
you-
she and Kara
got the
share
same
so
delivery.
many mannerisms.
Yeah.
It's weird when they hang out.
And they've actually built a real relationship.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
and
hang
now
out and
they're
stuff,
friends.
Turns out they're
hang out.
actually biological. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. We solved the mystery.
Also, shout out to the POV Jaws cam for Crow as he approaches.
Drunk cam, yeah. I taught when Kate, who sets up all the shots, I told her about the shot. She got really excited for it. So when it came back to final layout and final camera, she called that shot. She's like, "I'm doing this one. I want this one," because she just really liked the idea of it.
Oh, we gonna
is a
throw
great
down.
shot.
This was a fight that we were both so incredibly excited for because we're finally seeing two pro huntsmen
I mean,
go toe
Miles,
to toe.
would you like to give us an example of your rendition of the score here?
Oh my god! So there was like what was it? I remember when we were first writing it. I was describing the scene. I'm like, so we see Crow, and it's like, boom, 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 and like we were like, you were like, oh yeah, that'll totally be the score, Miles. And,
Yeah.
But then we never let that joke die. So for like
Yeah.
weeks, whenever we'd be going over the scripts, it'd be like, we're reading, it's like, Crow enters the scene, bum bum.
I'd be like, Miles, shut up. Miles,
We'd
shut
be in
up.
the middle of a mocap session, and I'd be like doing my walk, going bum bum bum. I actually, what Jeff Williams came up with though, way better. Love Crow's theme.
Yeah.
So love it. It's so like eerie and Halloweeny and,
Yeah.
and too
And
spooky.
he's inverting some of Ruby's theme, right?
He is, yeah. He could probably explain much better than I can.
Yeah,
'cause I
insert
don't-
music terminology here.
Yeah, he's taking pieces of Ruby's theme and reversing them and distorting them
Yeah.
and playing with like pitch to make it. He's probably hating me right now the way I'm describing it, but he did something really cool and smart.
So a shout out to our animators here when they put together the temp play blast for this fight.
Yeah.
The music they used.
Yeah.
Was the epic guitar solo from Freebird.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you should
Right.
watch this fight with the epic guitar solo from Freebird.
It totally
it's
works.
amazing.
Yeah, this is Joel and Ian.
Yep.
Yeah.
They also did something really special with Winter's glyphs.
Yeah, they sure did. So
I was so afraid that somehow some frame of that was going to make it into the show.
this started out as just like a joke just for the glyphs, and then it turned into here's what the animators do if they don't have a prop, like if they're waiting on a prop before they can start animating something. They cut out a picture of my face and made it 3D, like just made it a flat plane and extruded it. So like anytime you see in this fight when like Winter does like the giant glyph behind her on the ground,
Just rotating.
originally it's just my face just smiling
With a
and
bunch of little
spinning.
nevermores coming out of it.
Yeah, my favorite one though, it's coming up later.
Oh, I love that shot.
In next episode, I think, is Austin did it for when Crow drinks from his flask. He didn't have the flask, so he's holding my face and drinking out of the top of my head.
I'm pretty convinced half the reason they were doing that was just they wanted to tell when we hit certain scenes in the reviews in the conference rooms.
Yeah.
So we'd be behind closed doors watching this stuff, and the animation would be out in the main pit, just kind of waiting to hear us breaking the laughter at certain points.
Yeah,
It was a lot of fun designing these weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you were the one that had the idea for the hidden second sword for Winter. Originally, we were like, yeah, let's give her 2 rapiers. And you're like, let's make that cooler.
yeah. We wanted. We definitely like the idea of Weiss's actually feeling better than Winter's. Like Weiss saw Winter's weapon and said,
then-
"Here's how I'm going to improve it and make it
Yes.
my own." So the idea behind Winter's, and we didn't explore too much right now, was that she doesn't have the revolver in there. She's just got this one type that she deals with.
So each blade essentially has one type of dust inside.
Exactly. But yeah, we would have this sneaky aspect to her, of this little bit conniving of tactical advantage.
And then Crow's weapon, obviously looking back at some old designs that Monty had, and then also taking a little bit of inspiration from Bloodborne. Actually,
Yeah,
with the way
we
shotgun
actually,
breaks.
we'd always talked about, we knew he was gonna be spoiler alert, a scythe wielder in the end, but we wanted to kind of give him something kind of as an in between. And we'd started to work on something, and then we were going back through some of Monty's old files and found the sword design, and then kind of went that and then kept adding to it to keep going, essentially.
It was your idea here, by the way, to have
Was
the
it?
transformation start and then stop as the ultimate cock tease. To this
Yeah.
day, I'm still seeing comments. When are we gonna see the scythe? I loved it. It's great.
Yeah, we just kind of want to mess with people.
You and me? No.
Nah, never.
This fight is a really good example of how we started with storyboards and it kind of grew from there. Because if you were to look to storyboards now and the finished scene, it's way different.
It's very different in a lot of ways. It's also similar in a lot of ways too. Like
Sure.
the overall like the path that they take through the courtyard is actually pretty similar. But yeah, Joel and Ian did a really great job of like, okay, we want them to get from A to B from here. We suggested something, and then they go, okay, what if we did this and then this though? And then that kind of like it kept escalating. Like
I remember when they showed it to us, or at least me for the first time, and there was an added like minute and 20 seconds to it, and we're like, oh wow, we just added a minute and 20 seconds extra to the fight.
that became Joel's thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
He touched just added a minute.
So many people. Dylan did that with the Nevermore in 10.
Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah.
hey, I know we only needed this, but I made a thing without asking anybody. Do you want it? And the answer is always yes.
I mean, yeah,
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Penny, what up, girl?
big hands guy.
Don't forget about me. I'm in the story too. Oh, and the adorableness begins.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite pieces of animation.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I
so good.
love her little legs. Oh God, I love Ruby and Crow's. I love Crow. I think Crow's one of my new favorite characters.
Crow's turned into a lot of people's favorites, which is awesome.
Yeah.
for reasons.
And I just love his relationship with his nieces.
Yeah,
Definite fun uncle. For show. Look at that fist bump. Lame uncles don't do that. They'd go
They
for a
don't.
high five.
no, they go for the low five because high five's old.
But they're like too slow, and you're like, shut up, Steve.
They pull their hand away, but you still like tap it a little bit. It's like too slow.
We were anytime we had a scene with the adults or the Azluminati, as people have begun to call them,
Yeah.
we would always get nervous because that means it's time for a tiny little plot bomb.
Yeah, I think we did all right with it.
Chapter 6 scared me the most. I thought
Chapter 6
people were
scared
going to
me.
watch that and
Yeah.
go, this is dumb now. But this was fun.
Yeah,
Getting
Let's-
this-
we should break it up with Crow.
He's always drunk.
There's Austin did a version of that shot, and I told him I loved it and we couldn't do it, where he's drinking, he stops, looks to them, and then keeps drinking more. And I was like, Austin, this is great. No, but it's great.
God.
So yeah, they were originally drinking out of my head. Also,
I love the way the Atlas uniform just looks. I don't know. That's random. Not really here or there, but I just
Thank you.
All of our concept artists are just so great.
And a big shout out to the comp team, our compositors and
Oh, yeah.
renderers. I mean, the look of this year,
Oh, yeah, I mean,
falls a lot on their shoulders.
going back a couple episodes now. I mean, when that first really wide shot of the cliffside.
Oh my God.
I mean, a couple people like started tearing up a little bit when they first saw that. When Rob first put that out.
That was our first. The first composited shot's always like. So,
It's always, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we just went for it.
Gives you
Also,
something to fight
we wanted those shots to be in the very first scene. This is
Yeah.
the look that we're going for this year. We're going to start going for the real painterly wides and all
Yeah.
that.
And it turned out really well.
Later, Ice Queen. Take your sweet fashion elsewhere. I love her.
You got a chain on your butt. Why? Why not?
So never mind.
I'm also I'm really glad that we spent again, spoiler alert, but I'm really glad we spent a lot of time in this office before we completely annihilated it, because this is still one of my favorite sets that we've ever designed on this show. So I'm glad we got a lot of time with it.
Some people, I don't know if everybody realizes, but the walls in Ozpin's office can transition between being transparent glass and opaque walls.
Yeah,
So,
it's not a continuity thing, and sometimes you actually kind of get to see them
Yeah.
in the transition. It's,
Yeah. But I
yes, they
always
can
thought
do
that
that.
was one of the coolest things about his office.
Yeah.
The all-seeing Ozpin. You blinked.
Yeah, this is one of those sets that ended up having like 6 different versions, I think. Just the way that it worked out. Always 9 o'clock. Always 9 o'clock.
Oh man. I also love what I love about these 4 characters is we tried to put as much little hints of their backstory into a lot of little things that they do.
Just how they address each other, how they use each other's names or not.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah.
They respect though. He
Mr.
went from
Carter.
Jimmy to General through over the course of the season.
And he finally uses his name proper by the end of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Mr.
yeah.
Wood.
James Wood. Wait, what? No.
Oh man. Do you think they play space chess with these holograms?
That's all I'm thinking about right now, actually, is why aren't we here yet?
Yeah, they made their Microsoft.
HoloLens?
Yeah.
Yeah. This commentary brought to you
Brought to you by.
Oculus Rift.
It was also kind of fun, having Ironwood, who did not end the season on good terms with Ozpin last year, still kind of feeling a little left out. He just wants to be part of the group. He's trying so hard. He tries so hard.
He
Got
does.
so far, but in the end,
I hate you. In the end, I hate both of you.
more tiny little subtle hints at family life.
Yeah.
Apparently, Uncle Crow smells like Mercury's dad at the end of a long day.
Yeah.
Dark comedy.
Man, yeah, we're not going to get into it right now, probably, but yeah, Mercury's had a life.
Yeah, we did not get as far into Mercury's backstory as we were going to, mainly just because we were like, why reveal all of that right now?
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to more of that.
But a lot of the fans are already starting to clue in like the real differences between him and M.
Oh, yeah.
And like which one might actually be more sympathetic in the end, despite kind of how you thought that dynamic was going to work after Volume 2.
Was this a new outfit for Cinder, or?
Yeah, it was. We saw it at the very end of 1 as well. We basically we turned it. Not in a continuity problem way, but we figured out, it's like, okay, well, we can't have Cinder in her red dress walking around the school because people will recognize her. She needs like some other outfit she can walk around in. So, towards we can say, I believe Patrick did this one.
What's the reason to making it look like bandages? Is there anything behind that?
Bandages look cool in anime.
Yeah.
Cool.
Look at Sonic Boom.
You don't want to imagine how long it takes him to put it on, though.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Meanwhile.
Yeah, at this point, we're like, hey, we get it. It's a tournament. We're just going to start with a fight.
Oh, let me tell you how happy I was to see M and Merc fight against Koko and Yatsuhashi, no less.
That's me clapping. You probably kind of hear
Got that?
Yeah. It wasn't into the mic.
We never really got to see them fight before. In Volume 1, we cut away before they killed Tuxin, and then
Yeah, we saw a little bit
see,
of
like
Emerald at the
teensy
end.
bit
Yeah.
at the end. I love the Geyser Fields. I think the Geyser Fields might be one of my favorite biomes.
So this is our first 2-on-2. Unless I'm making that up, I'm pretty sure it was. So this is now 4 biomes instead of 2.
We also got to talk about Yatsu.
We should also talk about
His
Yatsu.
voice actor.
So, Joe McDonald, who is our lead layout artist.
Render farm.
Joe McDonald, Render Farm.
Everybody shut up. He's just the nicest person. He's Canadian, so that kind of explains part of it.
Yeah. Oh, hey there, fella. How's it going today, Joe? Oh, working on cameras.
Yeah.
You doing good? Oh yeah, lots of fun.
Yeah.
Lots of fun.
And he's worked on a ton of stuff too.
Yeah, worked on the original 2D TMNT
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah, he's a badass, and he's just like, he's always got the nicest mood, and he's just like the easiest person to work with.
I've never heard him complain about anything a day in my life.
And
ever.
he's so good at his job.
Oh god, yeah.
So good at it.
And he loves Team Coffee. He loves Team Coffee. Every time there's a fight, he's like, I was like, how do you think? He's like, oh, it's good. Be better with coffee, but it's good. He's always like, he loves them. So when it came time to voice Yatsu, we were like, you know what? We owe it to him. Let's let him read for it. And he did a really good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is actually.
Don't
Can we just do the redub?
Oh, watch out, Coco. It's starting to become Yogi Bears.
What the hell? Hey, boo boo.
This is a thing. That's cool.
Basket?
Yeah. So this was Dylan's fight, and then towards the end, a couple people worked on the end section. I think Joel ended up finishing up most of it.
Damn.
But Dylan worked on this fight, and it turned out really well. We actually this was another fight.
Get over here.
We had So, for RVB 13, you guys brought Carmichael in, and he actually helped choreograph a lot of the fights, and then they mocapped a lot of the fights, which we did. We started doing that for Rwby at the beginning of the season, and we're realizing that there are aspects to Rwby that just require
Love that.
more. There's these characters can do a lot more than any normal person
They can do the impossible.
They can. So what we actually ended up doing, and worked really well, was we had them come in and do a lot of moves for us. We'd go through and get a series of punches, a series of kicks. For Mercury in this fight, we actually had, I can't remember the gentleman's name off the top of
Josh
my head.
Vineyard.
Thank you. A really awesome breakdancer come in and do a bunch of moves for Mercury that we were able to take and use.
I remember that day because everybody kind of circled around in the mocap room to
Yeah.
watch. It was pretty.
I got to send the awesome email to everybody in the company, which was, hey, if you guys hear music playing while we're mocapping today, it's because we're doing breakdancing, and it's awesome. So I guess we'll turn it down if you need us to, but we need the music. It was a really fun shoot, honestly. But it ended up being just a great way to use all of his choreography skills, but kind of help them work for the show.
What?
So now, whenever I see Team Coco in general, and in particular Yatsu doing his thing on screen, I can't help but think of all the Yatsuhashi that we got from the Japanese fans.
Yeah,
It's so good.
Yeah, so, in the middle of production of Volume 3, Volume 1 was just starting to come out for the very first time over in Japan. We were kicking off the relationship with Warner Brothers over there, and we had our very first fan meetup in Tokyo that everyone came from all over the island, which was just an amazing experience. But it was
Didn't
so
you only
cool.
give him like a very short notice of it?
Yeah, that was the other thing, is that, it was less than 24 hours notice to the fan meetup, and we had
impressive.
75, 80 people just kind of show up in a park near the Warner Brothers offices, and we just all hung out, and they had all their art they'd been working on and the custom figurines that they'd been building. And
Yeah, people came from across the country.
yeah, no,
too.
people literally took the bullet train in from Hokkaido. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so nice, and just gave us tons of Yatsuhashi to take back to the crew.
Yeah.
So yeah, really
and
fun memories of that trip.
some fan made manga and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, they
It's
pulled
so-
together
all the
really
art and
quickly.
books.
Yeah, it was so.
What was the
impressive
story
how
about the
well-
guy holding all the stuff? You were telling a story about it. It was a guy having to hold.
Oh,
all the
yeah.
stuff.
yeah.
Oh no, it was
That was so
well,
cool.
we didn't want to show disrespect to all these amazing gifts that they were giving to us to bring back to the crew, and so we had all the executives from Warner Brothers Japan kind of standing there, for 90 minutes, just with
Yeah.
all the
Yeah,
gifts
well,
building up.
you
and
want
on.
to weird asshole Americans. I would have oh, you
Well-
gave me stuff. I would start sitting things on the
that was
ground.
I started looking for a park bench or something.
Yeah.
And Takaya
Yeah.
was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Let's help you with that. And just carried everyone's gifts for the.
That's
that.
awesome.
Wow,
Very
that's
cool.
impressive.
Yeah, I think it just helps show how big the community is, even in places that we don't normally go. But we'd love to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wink.
How surprised were you about that response, the fan response, when you got there? Did you know that it was there, or was you?
No. I'd kind of just been
This is
seeing
all
some random tweets
before
out.
the dub even came out in Japan too.
Yeah, this is weeks ahead of the release over
Yeah.
there, where we, I think at that point they kind of knew that Warner Brothers had the property, but not necessarily knowing when the release point was going to be. And I'd started tweeting that Torchwick was in Tokyo, and it was starting to get a little bit of traction.
There's actually a ton
More
of
than I was expecting.
specific fan art. See Torchwick and Tokyo.
Yeah,
Tokyo.
Yeah.
But so we just kind of we were kind of curious how this was going to work, and we wanted to also introduce Warner Brothers to the Rwby and the Rooster Teeth community that was already in Japan, so they could start to learn about each other, and it was a great success.
Yeah,
I remember.
Ninja.
I was so.
that's great.
I was so scared about, to be perfectly honest, with Rwby going over to Japan. I remember thinking, no way. No way. We're, it's Japan. They have a million amazing things over there. There's no way they'll be into this. And I'm still, floored with
Yeah.
how,
And technically, in terms of the legit releases, it's still volume 1.
Can we do a shout out to
Yeah.
one of our very talented artists? Yeah. This was Aaron, right?
Yeah, this is Aaron. Did this whole bit. Rachel boarded it, and then Aaron did it. It looks so pretty.
She did
like,
a sight.
in 2 days. It
Yeah.
was ridiculous how fast she is.
I
and how
love the
good
way
she
it
is.
looked.
Yeah,
And she's been doing a lot of the assets for Roller Remnant.
yeah. The quivering eye. This is my favorite thing ever. It's a carry shot.
But just to wrap up the Japan stuff, I can't wait for them to get their hands on Volume 2 and 3 now. It's amazing the response to Volume 1, but I'm like, oh, come on, let's show them the newest.
I was still working on Red vs. Blue, season 13, and I was off to the side finishing everything up. And I remember you guys were actually reading a list of Japanese voiceover actors.
Oh, my God.
And freaking out over there, and I just started listening. It was pretty impressive. You know, I had to be honest. I came into Rooster Teeth knowing about Red versus Blue, and knowing about Rwby, but not really understanding how important it is to a lot of fans. And then when I heard that list of voice actors they got, it became really clear really fast.
We lost our minds.
Yeah.
That is probably the moment when Gray, you got that email and you called us over, just Miles and I, because you were trying to keep it kind of quiet.
Yeah.
And then we started freaking out, and everybody came
The crew's
over.
looking over like, what the hell is wrong with
Yeah,
them?
it just turned into this person's name. Okay, wiki. Oh my God, they were this and this, and they were this and this. That is probably my number one. Damn it, Monty, why weren't you here for this one? That was my number one. It was such a cool moment to see. I mean, these are shows that inspired Rwby.
Yeah.
That we're now using. Their same voice actors are now in Rwby.
Right.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's
Insane.
crazy.
We had a bunch of really, really great crew moments this volume.
Yeah.
There was I think Murder of Birds on YouTube posts some of the most incredible reactions to Rwby episodes ever.
Yeah.
And we all reacted to his reaction to our show, and that was great. There was not so great for Issa, but great for us was when we all gathered around in one room and told her before we started working on this volume what was going to happen to
Yeah.
Penny and Ben Pira.
Yeah, so Issa is one of our 2D animators, and we actually didn't know this when we hired her, but she's actually a huge Rwby fan. Doesn't really until the Fourth World of Remnant, never touched Rwby, never worked on Rwby.
But she had fan art.
But she had, it turns out I think she was from chapter 6 of volume 2.
Yeah.
I think that was her.
It was so crazy.
Yeah.
It's like when we brought her into interview for 2D, this name's familiar, and my subconscious is telling me this is important, that I can't remember why.
Yeah. It turns out she's a huge fan, so yeah, because Miles and I are jerks, we pulled her into a room before the season even started and just said, "Here's everything that's happening this year.
Yeah, you want to be our
Here's
test audience?
every spoiler."
You're like
that's
the
happening."
bully big brothers. is
Yeah,
what
and
you were.
she ended that on the floor crying.
I think we have
That footage is
three.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have that footage.
We
were gonna try and put it on the disc, but I think did that get bumped to? We
I don't know.
got to do something.
We'll put
with it.
out
We're gonna do
somewhere at
something
some
with
point.
it.
Yeah.
It will see the light of day. Yeah, I mean, her reaction was so classic that there's now an internal company communications channel called Issa Cries About Rwby,
Yeah,
which
so-
is where we talk about all the reactions to the show.
Yeah, she made that channel because basically every week Miles and I go, because we were late. Not every week. Hey guys, the new script's up. Why don't you go read it? And Issa would always she would basically live
blog.
blog her response to the episode, so we could just watch her melt as she got through the episode.
It gave us energy, man.
It did. It really did.
This was I know we're pretty far into this episode, but this is a pretty important episode.
We haven't talked about this episode at all.
Yeah, about semblances.
It is.
During the M and Mercury fight, I remember everybody was speculating that Neo was tampering with things somewhere farther off, and it's fun having characters whose power we haven't revealed yet. We still haven't talked about Ren's semblance,
Right.
or Mercury, or all these other things, and it's fun holding on to those for a little while and still leaving people with what? Who's doing this? What is it? What's going on?
I mean, and there's also tease. There's a couple semblances out there that I think everybody thinks they know what they are.
Yeah.
But they're not.
Yep.
Yeah.
This was kind of one of them, actually.
Is that- yeah?
Well, this is interesting because you begin to, I don't think all the answers are out, but, our semblances, are they similar between these two sisters because they've trained the same way they were raised, or is it hereditary? There's
Yeah.
some stuff going on there.
Yeah, we
she's
finally answered that
definitely
was
special.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we start to do the really cool call-outs to the White trailer. When I heard about you guys' plans for that, I just thought that was so wiggly cool.
Oh, I love the Schnee sisters so
Yeah.
much.
This scene looks so beautiful too.
Yeah. I remember people weren't quite sure what to make of Winter at first. It's funny, people reacted to Winter the same way they reacted to Weiss.
So I was about to say the same
At first, it's, and, intentionally so, Weiss comes across as this cold, stuck up, whiny girl that you hate,
Yeah.
and look where she is now. Caterpillar sword!
Yeah.
And then, Winter, at first, she's just like, oh man, why you gotta be so mean? It's tough love, yo. It's tough love.
It's hard out there for a Sundari.
That's actually the name of my autobiography.
We should have had her have a special name for her dad, incoming call from Pop Pop.
She didn't even bother to rename it. She didn't put a photo or anything. Just bother.
That douche.
Boom.
Meanwhile,
We should make that joke every time.
I kind of want to.
Like the anti-grav biome.
This was probably the episode that had the most cuts out of the whole volume.
Yep.
And it was such a hard decision to make, but overall, it was one that had to be made so that the rest of the volume wouldn't suffer, qualities wouldn't suffer. But we can talk a little bit about it. There was another fight in this episode.
That biome.
And one of the biomes that you're currently seeing behind Penny that we never got to use, the anti-grav biome. Carrie, you want to talk a little bit about it? It's a pretty Neptune specific.
Is
fight.
it? I'm just kidding. So a lot of people saw in a 6. You see Sun in the lineup. For there's a 5 or 6. You see Sun in the lineup for the 1v1s, and a lot of people were curious. It's like, oh, why didn't we get to see their fight? You were supposed to. So originally, we actually wanted to show Juniper, which at that point would have been Pyrrha and Nora versus Sun and Neptune, because. First off, why not? That's amazing.
like that was like we were so excited for this fight.
We
it was
really
gonna be so much fun. It was very comedic heavy.
It was a very comedy fight, and we really just wanted to have 2 main teams fight each other. We thought that'd be really interesting.
We were really trying to have as much fun with these characters as possible before things got real. You know, by the end of it.
It didn't even hit the boarding phase, did it?
Oh no, it did.
Oh, it did?
That's the sad thing about it.
Then maybe someday we'll have to show that.
Joe did a really good job. He boarded that fight, and he did a really good job playing with the anti-grav aspect and Sun. Like getting shots where he's running and you realize he's running upside down next to somebody. Like
it went all the way to animatic.
Yeah.
There's a version of it out there with a little bit of sound and audio and everything else.
There's some sponsor content we'll have to put up.
There you go.
We I think the thing that I was most broken up about that we lost was we wanted to have a payoff for Neptune Sphere Water. You cool if we talk about this? Okay, cool. So one of the biomes that was in this fight was a swamp biome.
Right.
And essentially, shout out to magnetism foreshadowing, disguised as a joke.
This joke doesn't make any sense. Go ahead.
Anyways. Essentially, Pyrrha and Nora remember that Neptune is afraid of water, so they do their best to separate Sun from Neptune and knock Sun into the swamp biome.
Neptune.
No,
Sun, you're right.
Yeah. They knock Sun into the swamp biome.
Right.
And I remember they give Neptune, Neptune hears the splash, and we go back to that, he's afraid, and they give him like a cheeky little grin, like, oh, sorry about that, Neptune. Guess your buddy needs help. Anyways, bye.
Yeah.
And they're fighting. Sun is going 1v2 in the swamp. And he's like, we need Neptune. I need you. It's time for what was it? Was it Plan B?
I think we called it Plan B. Yeah.
And Neptune's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And he goes, fine. And he pulls a cord that's hidden underneath his jacket.
There's this huge dramatic
And it's a
buildup
super dramatic like transformation sequence. And we
It
reveal
was straight
that
up a magical girl transformation.
it was straight up magical transformation. He's got tiny water wings on underneath his jacket. And he goes, and it's silent. Like the entire crowd goes quiet, and then you hear one person laughing hysterically, and the camera slowly pans over to reveal Weischnee just losing it, and the whole audience just is laughing at him, but he doesn't care.
Shut up! And then he goes in,
and he does a really good job fighting for his friend. They do end up losing when they pop his water wings.
Yeah.
But we wanted to have this moment where, we kind of established in Volume 2 that one of the things that Neptune has a problem with is he's always concerned with looking cool in front of other people.
What's that like?
And it was something that we wanted him to be able to overcome. Like, he's starting to get over that fear of always having to look cool all the time.
My favorite line of all that was we're gonna have Nora call him a water weenie.
Yeah. Don't be such a water weenie.
Yeah.
And it was gonna be a nice little moment for him, but we had to cut it.
YOLO.
But
look at the fight that we got.
Now we got the funky fight.
Oh man.
What should be said real quick about as far as cutting? This actual episode was extremely long when we did boards and everything else. And the biggest reason when we cut it, we looked at how long we actually had to render it, and how close we were going to have to cut it. And it was really the only choice.
Yeah, no, it was, and it was definitely a hard decision to make in terms of like, oh man, it sucks to cut something, but it was definitely the low hanging fruit of things to cut. I mean, like
it didn't have any significance on the plot. This was, we wanted to try and show off something that we did with Yang a lot throughout this volume was whenever she gets into a pinch, she activates her semblance and she wins. And obviously we build up and build up and build up, and then finally when she goes up against Adam, she uses her big trump card semblance and it lets her down.
Yeah. So this fight was Team Funky has actually been around for a while.
Since Volume 1, we had plans for Team Funky. Not necessarily who would be voicing them.
Exactly, yeah. It started out as a really late non-conversation between Patrick, Austin, and Monty. and just kind of like it kept evolving over time. And in the season, we were like, okay, we're definitely going to use them. So right after we wrote this, but before we started working on it, we got really big into this group called Turquoise Jeep. They do YouTube videos, pretty funny, maybe not kid friendly, but pretty funny. And we just right around the time it's like, okay, we need to cast Flint, the character. They were coming into town, Turquoise Jeep was, and we thought, hey, their frontman is a really funny dude. He's a really cool guy. I wonder if we can reach out to him.
Also named Flint.
He goes by Flint Flossie. So we did, and he auditioned, and he did a great job.
Yeah, he did.
And it was really funny. So we were able to give him this role, and it turned out really well. I thought
It's so much fun. Like, obviously, music plays an incredibly important role in the popularity of Rwby, and we were so excited to have a fight based entirely around music and having it not being completely non-diegetic, but actually part of the fight.
I love Jeff Williams.
Yep.
We had basically, in the same way that having a fight or two per episode was a big stress on the team here, something we wanted to do, but we knew it was going to be a big stress. It was a huge stress on Jeff, too. I mean, he always goes really big for all these fights. And now we're saying, hey, do that every episode, not every 3 episodes. So when it came time to talk to him about this fight, I was a little worried because we'd come off of, we'd had 4 fights before this. And it was like, hey, Jeff, so I know we've been doing all these crazy fights. This one, the music is part of the fight, and it's got to be techno, and it's got to be jazz all at the same time. And I was really worried he was going to go, oh, man, I don't know how we can fit this into the time. Like, I don't know how to do this. He just goes, oh, that sounds really cool. All right. And he just figured it all out. He got a live band together. They even had some technical problems. They had to redo half of it in this
Like Thanksgiving or something.
Yeah, like over the Thanksgiving weekend.
He's so dedicated.
But no, he knocked it out of the park. It was his idea to use I Burn and This Will Be the Day, do remixes for it. It was it turned out really well.
Every Monday we get to have a Skype call with him.
Yeah.
And it's like looking into his Mad Lab.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like you see
Yeah,
all these
there's-
instruments behind him.
He's got like 7 guitars in the background. At the beginning of the season, they're all nice and hung up on the wall. By the end, there's just like some on couches. Just like you can tell he just like does something, sets it down, moves over the piano, sets it down. Yeah. He and his team did a really great job this year.
Amazing.
This was one of the most fun fights I think we got to write.
Yeah.
Just coming up with all of Neo's annoying one-liners, which, by the way, shout out to Meg Turney, who just killed it.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought you were talking about Neo's one-liners. Were they that
Oh, did
hard
I
to
say
write?
Neo?
You
I
did,
do
but it's
that
fine.
all the time.
It's fine.
I always mix up Neptune and Mercury, too,
do.
for whatever reason.
Yeah. It's fine. I always mix up everything else. This is also Dustin, Austin, and Kim pouring their heart and souls into this for 3 weeks because or 4 weeks because they wanted to make it everything they could, and they did a great job.
It's so good.
And really big shout out to our entire modeling team.
Oh yeah,
You know,
the
Caesar and Tim and Alex.
yeah. There's
And
we
Dennis.
have a meeting every morning called Scrum. 10:30 every morning. You come in and you say, "Here's what I'm doing today." There must have been 2 or 3 months where Caesar came and said, "Biomes." That's all he said.
Biomes.
Every day.
Fucking biomes.
Biomes.
I really like the
did a
poetic
great
justice
job.
of being able to hand to all the modelers the ability to destroy the stuff that they had built,
Oh, yeah.
including being able to get Taylor Pelto back on the
Yep.
crew
Yeah.
this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God. I forgot about that.
And making her deal with all the versions of Penny this
Yeah,
year.
every version of Penny.
Yeah,
Taylor-
all of her versions.
She made the original model for Penny, correct?
I don't know about,
I don't know about
that.
that.
I don't remember.
But voice
She was season 1's art director, and just handled basically like headed up the modeling. And so we brought her back on. She's not in Texas right now, but we brought her back on as a contractor this year because we need a lot of help. And yeah, she ended up being Tim assigned her to model
Broken Penny.
Broken Penny, and I like we were in mocap and I was reading through my email and I saw that she was working on it and I ran out of mocap and I went over to Tim and said, "Did you really assign Taylor to destroy Penny?" He just smiled back at me.
Previously.
Yeah, and he went, "Yeah."
Caesar got to destroy Oz's office, right?
And yeah, and Caesar
he-
Caesar built that office
Off
and
on the
then
desk,
destroyed it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
It was tough this season knowing that we were finally going to reveal Cinder's plans, but like we had to check in on them every now and then, and we knew like every scene's like,
Yeah.
so how are the plans going, Cinder? Oh, let me tell you, they're going.
Well, yeah.
Hey, it's not
What
9.
the hell does Pity stand for?
Yeah.
It stands for
PENNY.
Thank you, Carrie.
Going back a second though. Yeah, seriously. I'm gonna say I love everybody on this. Tim did such an amazing job rolling with the punches this year.
Oh, wow.
There were so many things that we'd get to animation or we get to final layout, and we kind of went, we kind of need this now, or we kind of need this to work this way now. And he would just we'd bring him over, and he would just go, "Yep, all right," and then he would just walk off, and less than an hour later, he was like, "All right, here it is, I fixed it."
He does not want to see another Sky Dome for the rest of his life.
The sun. We see so many different variations of his office this year.
Hey, Carrie,
Yeah.
what's your favorite fairy tale?
Oh, you know.
This
I'm
was
trying to remember if we had any dumb fairy tale jokes in there in early versions of
what
the
was
draft.
really-
They should have just started describing episodes of Fairy Tale.
This was really. This was probably
The
one of
one
the
we're
most
not to,
stressful
and-
scripts.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
I think this is one of the most stressful episodes to work on for you.
Across the board. This is
Yeah,
across the
it really was.
Like, so the amount of lore that we dropped in this, the fact that we had to come up with this whole fairy tale, which we went through a bunch of different versions of it, because
For a longest time, what turned into Roller Remnant 4 was actually what we were going to put in the episode.
it was too long.
It was way too long. I think that script ended up being 6 pages, so it would have been
we
the
had
entire.
we essentially took one World of Remnant that we were gonna do this year, and we're pushing it to next year or something
Yes.
like that, because that one was like a insanely long script too.
Yeah, it was.
Sorry, Cohen. Sorry.
Yep.
Great.
So let's walk this back. So I mean, you guys understood that the concept of the maidens existed. You know, they were patterned on the seasons, but you guys had to still kind of come up with the tale this year.
How much do you want to talk about maiden stuff? Like,
I don't know how much do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I mean, I'm
maiden
down to
stuff?
be pretty open about maiden stuff.
Let's do
and, like,
it.
how long that's been
Go
a
for it.
thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So 100%. Truth be told, like, the maidens were not an idea from the very, very, very beginning of Rwby. We've had a lot of things.
We talk about that a lot. It was like we knew from the very beginning we wanted X to happen. This was not one of those things.
This was one of the things that between volumes 2 and 3, Monty had an idea for something that he kind of wanted to change about, like, the original story, and it was this idea of these maidens, essentially 4 maidens, based on the seasons, gave people crazy, awesome magic powers, and that was about as far as we kind of got with that. But it was something that, like, he was really, really excited about, and we felt the need to make sure that we incorporated that into the story, despite the fact that it would mean changing a few things here and there. It just felt like it was a cool idea.
It was,
we
wanted to make it work. So
yeah.
that was, I think that definitely added to the stress of it. Is like we knew that in the grand scheme of things it was going to work, but we had to now kind of like go back a little bit and go like, okay, now how does this fit into what we already have?
Yeah, it was really stressful. I remember like, worrying like, is it going to feel like it came out of nowhere and blah blah blah, and I don't know, maybe it does, but
I don't know.
He was really excited about it, and but the more he would talk about it, the more excited we got about it.
Yeah.
I like how it reinforces the concept of a team of 4.
Ditto. Yeah.
It does let you kind of let your imagination play with how to interpret what characters might have what sorts of arcs now, and how is there, in a weird, subtle, subconscious way, can you go back and look at volume 1 and 2 and look for things that would still kind of work in the new pattern. That's
It reminded me a lot of like how Bernie and Matt treated the freelancers in the later seasons of RVB, where it's like obviously there was like little things that they could then expand upon and like make a bigger deal, which we certainly did.
I was kind of curious. So, I mean, in RVB, every year there's the mission briefing scene, or here's the recap of everything that we've been doing for the first half of the season. Now it's time to deal with what we're going to go really do for the second half of the season, now that we understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And how much of that fed back into your guys' writing process on this and dealing with the Illuminati exposition in this episode that's coming up? Anything at all?
Do you mean in terms of like just like using it as like a halfway point? Or?
Congratulations! You now have to have 6-7 characters in a scene, and there's a lot of information to get out all in one go.
Oh yeah, that was this whole the walking scene coming up. That took a lot of work to try and
Very
get
Aaron
right.
Sorkin of you guys.
We're walking, we're talking.
was,
it's just the atmosphere of this new location
Oh yeah,
sells so much of it anyway.
Yeah, and Pyrrha's whole her body language throughout this whole scene is so great. And
yeah.
This was very difficult technically.
It was
oh my god,
very difficult. We had done a little bit of a walk and talk with Emerald and Mercury in the first episode, and we actually tried doing that one with people walking in place in the mocap. We didn't have a treadmill, and I think
I mean, volume 2.
No, I'm talking about this year.
Okay.
Episode
Mercury.
1. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Episode 1 of this year. Admiral Mercury did a little bit of walking, talking, and we actually just walked in place doing mocap.
Oh, I got you.
And
Right,
I
yeah, that's
believe
it.
it was
Yep.
Sean who cleaned that one up. And we asked him when we went to go mocap this, hey, how did walking in place while we do mocap work? He said, it didn't. Don't do that. So then for this one, we just had everybody stand there and just basically act on the top half of their bodies, which is very difficult, and then added walk cycles on top of it. And it was tough. It was very tough, especially with just the time constraints that just...
Ian actually took about
Yeah.
a week of his time just working out each individual character's walk cycles and
Yeah.
did an amazing job. Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah. This set in general, too, is just gorgeous.
do you remember when we actually finished this to put up on the site?
This was our... so I actually... And I do honestly mean it where I say I think this season went... It's in terms of like pacing of the season, in terms of how difficult it was, I still think it was actually one of the better ones.
Yep.
We were pulling up on the sticks for the up until about 6. This was the episode that we had to stay up all night and work on.
I
Yeah,
uploaded
there's
There were a
always
couple of
at least
close
one.
calls before that,
Yeah.
but this is the one that...
I uploaded at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
In the
it went
morning.
up at
Yeah.
10.
And it went up at 10.
This
So-
was the first one. And last.
I got to say shout out to Erica, who was
Yeah.
our primary
absolutely.
lighting artist for this
That's
season.
great.
And I think when she started posting, her and Robert were posting some of the test shots of just the set, and how suddenly that was everybody's wallpaper that week.
Yeah,
was really
that was
fun.
the 2D to 3D is always a thing. It's difficult. It's something that we're still working on. That was the first time that she posted something and I could not tell if it was the concept art or if it was
Yup.
the set.
Yeah,
it
we
looked
finally got there.
so perfect. Yeah, it was crazy. It also took a long time to render.
Yes,
Woo!
it did.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually, I mean, that's what, that's what pushed this episode to the edge was just, there came a certain point where it's like, we actually don't know if we have enough time just to render the frames.
No.
Yeah.
It came down to the wire. We were watching things leave
Yeah.
the farm. And funny enough, you know what really caused it was those green flames.
It was.
Those green flames
Those
were causing us so much time to render.
Stupid
Alpha
green.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we found it out towards the end of it all before
Yeah.
we could change it.
It was only the last 2 days, and we just had to go through and rework a bunch of passes to try and make them go
Yeah.
faster. If we hadn't found that, I don't know that the episode would come out in time.
Hats off to the render team, man.
Oh, yeah.
Look, they literally slaved away with us, every single one of them.
Yeah.
And Alex Leonard, our lead, render
Yeah.
lead, he stuck in there with us.
Yeah.
He's
He's a trooper.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Literally.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, Amber.
Yeah,
Poor
I'm-
Amber.
we hardly knew you.
In the grand scheme of things, I'm really glad we end up having the maiden storyline, and we now have some much crazier things that we're going to get into in the
Yeah.
future now that I'm really looking forward to. But man, poor Amber.
I know.
God.
We this is getting ahead just a little bit, but it was, we knew it was gonna be difficult. It was really important to us that by the time you see everything that happens to Amber, that you actually do feel for her. Like we want people to care when she dies. And one of my favorite things this season was Tony was working on some renders, and he was watching the shot back where she's just gasping for breath and dying, and he just goes, man, this is messed up. Like, I know we've got like dismemberments and people die and stuff, but like, she just woke up to die, man. And I was like, yeah, yeah, it hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts me. It hurts
Wake up,
everyone.
Time to die.
Yeah.
Oh, poor
pretty.
Pyrrha.
Pirha.
God.
The vault.
It's got like so real. Sorry, I'm just like thinking.
Yeah,
of,
no,
like,
everyone's just between the moment, the emotions, just staring at the imagery.
I'm just happy that we're actually finally at the point where we can start getting into
Oh my God,
what the
yeah.
series is really about. It's
Yeah.
I don't think that we knew that the pacing of the show was going to be exactly what it was when we started.
Oh yeah.
We wanted to get to the stuff a lot sooner. Just
Things happen, man.
things happen.
in
You got to
production.
play out things a certain way. It's just the way it is.
It's a lot of how art meets commerce, and
Yep.
sometimes you've got to deal with the business side of things and
Yeah,
get a little flexible.
there's a whole bunch of stuff going
Yeah.
on, but I mean, like this is the stuff we've been wanting to get to since the very beginning.
3 years, man.
I know, man.
I mean, it was. I remember the episode when episode 9, the day that went up, thinking like we'd always talk about Penny. Like it had always been the thing that was, yeah, when we lose Penny, it'll be a big deal and that'll be a thing. And then when the day was finally here, it didn't feel real. Like
Yeah.
it had been this thing that we always talked about that would be in the future whenever, when we could finally get to it. And now we're here, and it's just so.
You know, I'm still glad that we got to spend as much time as we did with these characters before
Oh, yeah.
their world comes crashing down on them.
And that was production stuff or whatever aside. Like I do think it was necessary that we see these characters and start to love them beforehand. I mean, I don't know that a lot of these things would have had as much impact if this had been volume 2.
And to be fair,
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If we had tried to tackle these subjects and these moments the first year we were writing the show, the second year we were writing the show, they wouldn't have been as good
No.
because we were
as good.
new.
Yeah.
We've been learning to write the show as we write the show.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well,
also remember how
that's
many people
21.
bought into the fans. I mean, not the fans bought into the characters, I
Yeah.
should say.
Yeah.
Like people love these characters and everything they do. And so when you guys have a character that
love
leaves
that
the
show.
show, it's a huge deal.
Yeah. Oh, Pyrrha.
Do you guys want to talk about the debate at all in terms of like, okay, so the tone of the show is about to change. How do we have this conversation with the community about it?
Yeah, no, we can talk about that. It's definitely where's the episode? No, never mind. We knew this year. This is stuff we've been playing the whole time. This is stuff that we knew was going to happen. But we also realized along the way that we ended up getting a much younger audience than we thought we were going to have originally. So it came up very often of we don't want to change what we're doing because of that, but how do we now introduce this to that audience, or how do we don't want to put, or I mean this is the debate I guess, but it's like, do we put up a content warning beforehand? Do we start putting adult content?
Yeah, which Richard has never done. We didn't want to really get into.
For me it was just I just didn't want people to like, oh, this is the episode.
Yeah, it was like the timing of the messaging.
Yeah, how do you get that message across without also spoiling that something crazy is going to happen?
Yeah.
I think the way it turned out was good, which is we had Gray. You posted a journal basically saying like,
Really well
hold
written.
on to your butts.
Yeah.
It was the subtext.
Break
Yeah,
a
and
leg,
the
sis.
show's gonna
Sorry.
grow up.
I just had to. We giggled maniacally upon adding that line to the script.
Oh, by the way, and what I loved about some of this is that we're hitting like Star Wars level of background care, like the tracking dolly is like racing across the faces of all the possible combatants for this next fight.
Yeah.
These characters so lovingly designed by Aaron for
Yeah.
that one,
Yeah,
and
for
they're in 2 shots maybe, and the fans have already come up with their backstories, and
Yeah, it's
all that.
awesome.
It's great.
What does this DVD come out again? Blu-ray come out?
I don't know.
May.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Say a thing.
May the
Say
fourth
it
be with
another
you.
time. Oh gosh, this was a fight that we've been excited about.
Yeah.
Fists versus Fita Fury. Shane really did some cool stuff with this.
Yeah, Shane did some really cool stuff with this, and this was also one thing we haven't brought up yet. I guess it's only been in one fight so far that we've seen. Is Monty had started. He hadn't finished any fights, but he had started working on like certain key moves for fights before he passed. So we gathered all that stuff together, and there's actually multiple shots in here that were actually started by him, and then Shane took and finished out. We also, part of that too, was we made, in between Volume 2 and 3, we made the conversion from 30 frames per second to 24 frames per second, which is also then a thing because
Love
we
this!
animated all that in 30.
Yeah.
But that also happened during the Emerald Mercury Kokoyatsu fight, and it happens in a couple others where like we
You have to be very careful to.
we wanted to convert it correctly, but we also wanted, it was one of those things where he had some of these shots. He had kind of like, sometimes he'd have a rough timeline, sometimes there's just like 2 shots in the fight and that's it. So it was how do we incorporate these shots, but also keep with the flow of what ended up happening. We played a balancing game the whole season.
This was the last fight that Shane contributed for this volume. Is that correct?
That's
Yes.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the last scene that he took to completion for us, and
It turned out great.
It did.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It really did.
What up, Super Saiyan? Sit down, son.
That's Mercury.
Shut up.
big deal. So we're also establishing the failing of
An aura.
Aura.
Yeah. They're Halo Force filled.
Shut up. It's completely. I don't see the resemblance at all.
I don't know what you're talking about. Look, it's Zero.
Bom, bom, bom.
Cero in Spanish.
Blake's most calm clapping ever.
Pop, clap, clap.
Well, she doesn't want to get anybody's bad side,
Uh-oh. Sound cue of death.
Austin and Dustin worked on this whole like post fight section, and Austin did the original pass for what we saw in the what we're gonna see in the monitor of like what really happened, quote unquote. And he showed it to me, and he said, "You're probably gonna think it's too much, but I just want to show it to you." And I said, "Okay, cool." And he played it, and before like it even finished playing, I said no and walked away. Like that was it. It looked like Gary's
shot.
mod animation. It just like the leg went completely backwards, and like he was just like, "I thought I'd push it." I was like, "No."
Yeah, no, we had varying in earlier drafts of the script. We
Yeah.
had like his leg completely come off and
Yeah.
like other things, which
We
I think we had another volume 2 moment where we forgot to go back and change a line.
Yeah, there's a thing in 9. I was, it's fine.
It's
yeah,
fine.
She references a dismemberment.
Whatever.
Yeah. We decided to kind of not hit people too hard over the head with the violence, going back to that previous conversation before.
Yeah.
So we made it just a little bit more of a break and pain and less dismemberment.
And
Hello.
we're gonna do it a million more times. Shout out to Jeff Williams.
Yes.
This moment gave me chills.
It's really
love
good.
you, buddy.
I want to be strong.
All right,
All right.
let's
all
go
right,
back
all right.
in time.
Well, this is gonna be very difficult to do commentary too, because it's the video playing. I honestly don't know. I thought it was really funny that a lot of people thought that we were just being lazy. I saw
Yeah,
some.
they saved all these frames.
Yeah.
Did y'all know you were going to do a villain episode at the very beginning of the season? Was this intention?
Yeah, we knew we wanted to have a really villain-heavy episode. I thought it was really funny because I had just come off of RVB 13
Yep,
and rolled
you
off
did
to
one
this.
there, too.
That our episode 7 on RVB 13 was the villain episode.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that it was the same on Rwby.
That wasn't planned. I just assumed.
No,
it
it's
was
just
planned.
it worked out that way.
It was actually it was a kind of a late in the game thing. I'm gonna take as much credit as I remember it being me. I just don't remember all of it. But we were trying to figure out like we knew that we were gonna do the thing in 6, and we knew we were gonna come back to it. But we wanted to figure out like how we going to explain everything that's happening. And that's when I was like, let's go back. Let's actually like show how all this came to be. And it turned into doing basically the whole episode that way.
You guys came out of the writing sessions so excited.
Yeah.
After you kind of figured out what you were going to do with this episode.
Well, you know me, I love villains. And like we kind of were making fun of ourselves earlier where it's like we've kind of had to have our bad guys be like twiddling their fingers going, "Oh, we're bad. You don't know why, but we're totally bad," for like 2 years, and finally kind of getting to see, even though this is just the tiniest glimpse at where these 3 characters are coming from and what their goals are. It was something. So
Yeah.
we can kind of finally start to see like what they're all about. And
The only reason I wanted to do this was just to give Cinder more outfits.
I think Cinder and Neo are top. Neo for sure because
Yeah.
Resemblance is like top in the chart for.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of frustrated
No, Cinder's definitely got the
cosplayers
most.
out there.
No, Cinder.
Oh yeah.
Okay, hold up. So we've got normal Neo, then we've got Nurse Neo.
Yeah.
We've got Goth Lolita Chick Neo.
Yeah.
We've got
Atlas.
Atlas Neo.
Yep, that's it.
That's
That's
right.
it.
That's it. That's
Cinder's
it.
got like 4 more after that.
Cinder's got. You're right. She's got
Red
stealth.
dress,
You're right,
old
you're right,
dress,
You're right.
paramedic,
Combat.
combat.
You're right. Cinder wins.
I'm gonna
She's the
keep going.
fashionista.
I think there's one more.
Oh, Dress at the Ball.
Dress at the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You true.
No,
this
Miles, let
was
me
a-
keep telling you how I'm right though.
Yeah, this was I remember one of the like we were trying to figure out how we get across a lot of information in a relatively short amount of time. One of the inspirations was the intro to Fallout 3.
Yeah.
As you age through the years in the very early hours of that game, the
Yeah.
first hour of that game,
Yeah.
it'll do a fade to white and you hear some just echoes of voices here and there, and it was like, well, this is great.
Yeah.
But instead of white, let's make it black because evil.
Exactly. Well, it's a callback later when we do white.
Yeah.
I hate you.
I know.
I hate every part of you.
But
So what I'm trying to figure out though is how the cosplayers are going to deal with the little cross strap thing in Cinder's back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been staring at that. It's like, how are you going to make that work? Looks cool.
Ignore gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hello, handsome.
Adam in the show proper.
Oh my god. People
Shout out to
have.
Garrett.
I'm still excited
Garrett
because
Hunter.
episode 10 just came out. 11 hasn't come out
Yeah.
yet. They have no idea how creepy this guy is.
Well, I think it's interesting to see after this episode came out, everybody kind of went, "Oh, what? You know what? Maybe Adam isn't such a bad guy. He was kind of pressured by Cinder." Then they're gonna see 10.
Adam's probably one of the
then they're gonna
darkest
see
characters we have in
11.
this show,
Yeah.
at least that we've seen so far.
I think Adam is probably one of the darkest characters we have, and I think, without getting into it, because we didn't get into it too much, Mercury is probably one of the darkest backstories
yeah.
out of everybody.
Yeah.
We thought we were gonna show the whole thing, and we decided not to.
Yeah, this
So TCTs.
this script went through a bunch of different drafts where
It
we
did.
were kind of adding and subtracting here and there. It was fun. It was really, really fun.
So I know, Carrie, that you rely very heavily on using the eyes for character performance to get a lot of emotions across. Just the way that the tech behind the characters and the mouths and all work.
It's honestly, it's more expressive than the mouths most of the time.
Yeah, no, which, Wonders of the Soul, et cetera, which is
Exactly,
great.
yeah.
So, and you keep getting frustrated by how you think Adam's performance doesn't ever come across how it works in your head
Yeah.
because you can't see his eyes and the mask is really frustrating you,
Yeah.
and you don't like how the mouths work, particularly on the older characters. Adam's been around for ever since the Black
He's
trailer.
the third model. we
Black
made for the
trailer that
show.
we just did a shout out to.
Yeah. But I think that's why it works that much more for him.
Sure, yeah.
Is because you're denied the ability to see his eyes, and we do these extreme close-ups, and all you get is his there's the mask.
No. I definitely I came around to it. And it was just what we had time for at the time. Like that's what a lot of the earlier assets were.
Yeah.
It's just the mouth leaves a little bit to be desired.
Yeah, but I think particularly after the
there's
audience sees
something-
the last couple of episodes
Yeah.
and what he's capable of doing,
There's something very cold about just seeing this mask.
and he also represents the faunus, for better or worse, and he's actually that inhuman.
yeah.
And you don't get to see his eyes. It's you know what? Okay, it's just not coming to me. It's the alien from Aliens.
Oh, there you go.
That's Scott and H.R. Giger, however you pronounce it, and how they go out of their way to
count.
make sure that you can't see its eyes, and it just made it that much.
It was one of the
creepier.
things that we did with Locust and choosing that helmet was like,
Oh
it's
yes, it
super
all
creepy.
comes together.
Yeah.
Yes, hey.
Yeah.
So
Sure, maybe we
this-
did it on purpose.
This was a scene.
Yeah.
Trying to establish how Emerald Semblance works without like explicitly saying it. Like we put a lot with camera and what you see in certain angles and what you don't see in certain angles.
Well, when you're near certain ankles.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Sound
This is also
design.
cool. This is the first time we've ever seen an area outside of a kingdom, excluding Mountain Glen. Like
This has got to be my favorite set of the
it's so
entire
pretty.
season.
Oh
It's
man,
gorgeous.
and you
Music's
talk about
beautiful.
Tim and his ability to just roll with the punches, where he was looking at some early boards and he thought he understood the angles that we were showing the set from.
And then we handed it to Joel.
And then he got all the cameras back, and it's like the set was never intended to be shown from there, and they still fleshed it out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are amazing.
Yeah, Joel and Andrew worked on this fight, and after Joel does crazy camera stuff when he's doing fights, and after they got it back, like when Alex was making so Aaron concept this set, she had a really beautiful just like mood piece for it. It was awesome, and then Alex made it, and I sat down with Alex and I was like looking at with the boards with him, like, yeah, I think this will cover this, I think this will cover this, and then Joel got it, and it went. So we've got to build like twice more to this set now because of what we did, but
So-
we really had to push it just to show how powerful these maidens can be.
Yeah. And just so much information throughout this whole episode,
Yeah.
and even the legs right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was fun seeing people react to that, going, "His legs aren't even broken, that
Yeah.
bastard."
Yeah.
What I love about this scene is that I get more of an X-Men combat vibe off of this scene than I get off of most of the live-action movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun showing what maidens can really do. And I know that like there was a lot of misconception that like if you're the fall maiden, you can only do fall related powers. But we tried to show off that that's not the case. That you just straight up do magic. You can do whatever you want. But we definitely also wanted to play up like she kind of uses nature a lot to her advantage, like taking
Yeah.
the leaves and
I
freezing,
like
it, which
that.
was so much fun to
You
do.
know, I like some of her defenses that she's casting, and how the savvy viewer will go, "Oh wow, those are Cinder's moves from Volume 1, Chapter 1." The
Yeah.
very first time you see
Oh,
Cinder,
yeah.
she's doing all the same moves.
Dust flies.
Shout out to Tony Savaggio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It was really good.
One of I think one of the things that we wanted to do with this was so sweet. One of the things that we wanted to do with Amber's powers were like if dust-based magic is like the fast food of this world, then like actual maiden magic is like the Whole Foods organic
Yeah.
like version of magic. So we ended up doing a lot more like natural looking spells and moves, and oh my god, look out. Oh, this effort. Oh, shout out to Laura Bailey.
Oh, Laura
Yeah.
Bailey.
She just kind of
Yeah.
came in and
She's
did this
amazing.
for us. It was really nice of her.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it turned out great. It was a very difficult role because I mean she has one line and
A lot of pain
a
efforts.
lot of pain
Weren't
efforts.
there a couple of fans thought that they recognized her voice off the one line? which I was
Really?
Yeah, if that's true, I'm really impressed by it.
I love
I wonder if they recognized it from the credits that were later.
Yeah.
Probably.
So we get a lot more information in this sequence about how semblances work, particularly Emerald's, and how so she can manipulate one person's perception.
Easily,
Maybe a couple of more. We come back to that in a minute. Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
that moment
she
right there.
manipulates the minds of the two med techs that get close to Mercury.
Right.
So that's causing her pain.
What
'cause she's
they
actually
see. Yes.
And so that's another thing is that the difference between her and Neo is that an illusion that Neo will cast, everyone can see.
Yeah,
There's also some tangible properties.
Yeah, we referred to
Yes.
them as how do we call it? They were
It wins every time.
so like what is it? I can't remember. We were trying to.
Oh, I don't
Internally,
remember.
we were talking. It was Emerald can do. This was the creepiest thing ever and the best. We were so nervous showing this to Matt and Bernie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with Emerald, it was what was it, individual like mental hallucinations. With Neo, she can essentially like physically manifest. Gosh, I can't remember how he described
she's
it.
the illusionist, and Emerald is the hallucinator.
She'll be back.
Yes.
Coming this fall on Fox, The Hallucinator.
Oh, so speaking of masks earlier, in the original version of the script, our three bad guys were all wearing masks to
Right.
like cover
Like almost
their
like mask
identities.
based on mask.
But again, because it's like it just took so much away from the performance, we decided to go ahead and use. We were like, oh, Emerald's there. She can make sure that Crow isn't able to see any of their faces. So we
Yeah.
did that one little shot in there. Oh, the marks left over from that thing. Oh,
Yeah, a lot of people when they saw Six, just based on the scarring on her face, thought she was going to be burned, and they thought, "Oh man, that's so crazy." I think this ended up being just a little bit crazier, just a wee bit. Man, I bet something really interesting is going on right now.
it's a one side of a phone call, Carrie, if you recall.
You know, one thing that would be really interesting to talk about is some of the technical challenges you guys had or we had from going from season 2 to season 3 of Rwby. You know, I mean, there's a lot of things that we wanted to do, like obviously get a better look as far as final look and everything else. But you know, we kind of pushed the tech forward a lot.
Oh, the way that we did lighting this season has been, you know, hands down way more complex than we ever have before. As the season went on, with a lot of these sets, I mean, we got to the point where we were barely able to render them, just because we were pushing the software so much, just trying to get like. Crowds in 3 were the first big indicator of that, where, you know, we wanted to have this, you know, we had this non-tournament fight in 3 where the whole world was seeing these two people fighting. It was kind of like what Crow was trying to do there. So we had to have a lot of people. Turns out the 3D software does not like that, or some 3D software does not like that. And
Even when the scene file was working okay, it would just take forever to load.
Yeah, that was the worst thing. Is a lot of times the render time was not even bad. It was just it took 45 minutes just to open the damn file.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah, which meant that if you had to do revision, it was kind of a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of commitment from everybody in order to get to that point. You know,
It was.
Jeff Yawn, you know, he tackled, you know, a lot of, well, he went over a lot of large mountains at the very beginning of the season, and he got us there, which was, you know, really impressive by itself.
I mean, everybody. I think it's just a testament to how everybody felt about the seasons. You know, every single person went above and beyond in both
I noticed
their
that a lot.
discipline and any other discipline that they might be able to help.
I noticed that more than any other project I've ever worked on, where we literally would be sitting in a room and it would be like 2 or 3 hours until we had to deliver something, and we see one little mistake. We're like, nope, re-render it. Just give us a second. Let's fix it.
Yeah.
And re-render it. And everybody, you know, was on board. You know, no one ever fought that.
That actually happened. We can talk about it later again too. But in chapter 10, we noticed 2 shots where Pyrrha had her shield on her back when she wasn't supposed to. Jean was just about to hand it to her, and you know, we probably could have let that fly. We probably, you know, only a couple people would have caught it, and we certainly for some reason hadn't caught it in like so many reviews. It's just because we'd seen it over and over again. The second people saw it, went, nope, we'll fix it. Render dropped everything they were doing, got it out there. Final layout took it out. You know, like
Yeah. The
everybody's just-
dedication is ridiculous.
I thought it was funny. People compared Lisa Lavender in Volume 3 to Lisa Lavender in
Yeah.
Volume 1. She gained a little weight. She had some work done, okay?
Shine your
She's a
cheeks.
personality.
Yeah, no, she's really excelled, and to get to that next level, she
Know
had
that, you know,
get dust
alternate
embedded.
versions of Kurt Cobain
I-
live in different universes.
I just just remember there were so many like little memes that came from this episode. So one was taking the fish from SpongeBob that would always go, my leg, my leg, and putting Mercury's face on that. There was people that were going like, hold the phone, guys. I can't believe it. Mercury has flathead screws on his legs, but is using a Phillips head screwdriver.
Yeah, but a shout out to the community members who said, well, how do you don't know that the interior screws aren't Phillips?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. I've never seen somebody more upset than reading the comment about the screwhead tip speaker.
I appreciate their eye for detail.
Mercury works with what he's got.
Episode 8.
Oh boy.
The only episode in the entire season that doesn't have a fight.
A physical fight.
A physical
but
fight.
it's filled with emotional strife.
Emotional drama.
Love is a
It had its
battlefield.
own challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Jason is Ironwood.
He's just such a great job.
I love him, man.
Yeah.
What I also love too is we end volume 2 with like Ironwood just looks like a jerk. You
Yeah.
don't really like him. At the beginning of this volume, he's still kind of being a jerk.
He's a little
You
uptight.
Don't really like. He's just so uptight. And then chapter 10 happens, and he goes ham, and
Yeah.
suddenly like everybody loves. I love Ironwood.
Well, I
James
think-
Ironwood. He has such a long way to go, and I think he's one of my favorite characters.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for everybody to see where he's going to continue to go.
Yeah.
I
He's
think this
super
this
interesting.
episode was very important to that transition too. It's just that, you know, he as much as he's a stickler for the rules, he knows these students in particular, and he knows that this is not something that he thinks they did. But you know what?
He
It
states
happened.
it how it is.
Exactly.
Like he's a very
Yeah.
he's a very practical
Yeah.
person in that sense. Like
I believe that you don't think you did this, but I saw you do it, so this is what it is. I'm sorry, you know. And it's very military, but it's also, you know, it definitely shows a little bit of a kinder side to him. Man, these beds are hard to shoot in.
oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Weiss's skirt is big.
Let's not even. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
that's fine. It's just it's really funny, and I think it's also a relief to everybody that you know, we're burning literally everything to the ground. That it's been 3 seasons now. We're still having to shoot in this bedroom and make it interesting. Miles, you have your hand up. Go ahead and talk to the class.
Shout out to Tears.
Yeah, I think this scene ended up getting split up with a couple of people. I think Kim is basically turned into the one that makes people cry.
Yeah, she is.
She ended up
True
I
in life,
love
too.
her.
Yeah, it's true in life.
I love everybody.
She basically just asked for every scene where people cry because she wanted to be everybody's first tears.
This is the first time we ever shown tears on screen. It was a process. and-
Well, real tears. We've shown comical tears
that's right.
before.
That's right. Well, oh no, you know what? We had Blake
the rivers.
rub a tear out of her eye in volume.
No,
1.
she had a lash.
Shut up.
Canonically, she had a lash. I'm just
But
to be clear. If we can get that,
She
added
was
to-
fine.
If we could get that added to the Wikipedia, I would really appreciate that.
Don't even. Do you think the
do you-
white trailer on the Rwby wiki still takes place in the White Castle?
It probably does.
We went back. We went in and edited that wiki.
Yeah.
The week that trailer came out, and then whoever
Hang on.
runs the Rwby wiki changed it back to the White Castle.
So Cohen, hang on. So yeah, the white trailer came out.
Sure.
The Wikipedia for Rwby was really new, but they were grabbing every single thing they could.
Yeah.
And they made an entry for the location of the white trailer, and they called it the White Castle. And Miles and I looked at that, and we're just like, no, absolutely not, because we've been coming up with such clever names for everything, and we're so proud of ourselves. We're like,
The
no, it's not.
Schneef
So
fast food,
yeah, we just went into it, and we're
empire.
like, not called the White Castle, signed the writers, and they just deleted it. They didn't care.
yeah.
It's
do
theirs.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Weiss-centric manga episode just hit in Japan at the exact same time. Right?
Yeah.
Lots of
Baby
people
Weiss
asking-
playing the piano is
Yeah.
the cutest thing.
It's
I've
so
ever seen.
adorable.
Yeah, and we so it's pseudo canon.
It's
It's
we are
di-
doing our best to make sure that it stays canon.
It's
Yeah.
very, very difficult. It's much more difficult than I thought it would be, and I thought it would be difficult.
Yeah.
With
All right,
this kind of
Porter,
language
calm down.
barrier, it's really, really hard.
Yeah.
Trying to make
There's
sure
been
that
a
we're
lot of
all
like,
understanding the same.
hey,
things
we don't
and-
know if this is the way that it's being interpreted or if this is how you meant it, but please don't say it just like this. You know, it's like,
And sometimes that gets through, sometimes it doesn't. But
yeah,
it's
there's
still
some
such-
slight phrasings that it's like,
It's so fascinating, though.
yeah,
And
it's been a really fun process, and like seeing them do this has been really cool because it's, you know, it's something that they've already are experiencing and can jump into.
Carrie,
Hello.
would you, as a writer on Rwby,
Who?
would you say that you have like at least like one moment per season where you're like, I'm super proud of that thing that I wrote?
Yeah.
What would be yours on this volume?
This volume? Oh man.
This is the scene with Nora right here.
Because mine is please do nothing to the cook.
That was
my
really good.
proudest moment.
That's
Which,
really
by
good.
the way, all the bootleg merch folks that post stuff
Yeah.
to Redbubble, yeah, you can already buy.
No, you cannot.
Yeah.
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 we will have to make some official stuff with that on.
Man,
it,
that's all I'm thinking about.
What's your? 'Cause
I don't know. My volume 1 was Boop.
My volume 1 was I Drink Milk.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of. I don't remember volume 2 very well. Oh, I think this was both of us. Was Tussles?
Yeah,
Like the
Tussles.
Sprout. That's Brussels. That was a combo
So
dumb
stupid.
joke.
It's so stupid. That conversation just to look into our conversations.
Yeah.
Rebel
we
scum.
were having to write. We were having to write copy for Rwby the other day. Should we talk about this? Or, I don't know. It has language. Let's not.
It's
Let's
fine.
not.
We're dumb.
Shout out to Paula Decan Eating for doing
Yeah.
this great moment here.
This was actually. So there's this trend that we keep doing for some reason where like the new animators get always thrown onto like some of the hardest scenes sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Joel Mann's first scene in volume 2 was the one where Cinder has to sew.
Oh my god.
And
that's right.
he kind of went, okay, how do you guys want me to do that? And we just went, you can figure it out. And he figured it out, and it was great. And I think if it was not her first scene, it was one of her first scenes. Paula's was dealing with the horse.
Yeah.
Basically, we
God,
knew
yeah.
it was coming for the longest time, and it finally came time, and it was her and a couple other animators just started right around that time, and they just went, Paula, go,
Yeah.
you got this.
And she knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, she did. It looks
Jesus
great.
Christ. So
Yeah.
Hey, Carrie.
Yes.
For the record, I thought Crow's firecracker line wasn't creepy at all.
I have no problem with it. I got to hear the animators talk about it for months, though.
Oh,
Those books.
mommy dearest, let's talk about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. How hard was it to like really figure out how Crow's story kind of like weaved in and out of the two, girl story, Yang and Rwby?
Personally, I didn't find it that difficult. I don't know why writing for Crow didn't seem.
Crow just turned into this thing that just felt right the whole time. Maybe it's because I don't know if it's because we thought
But when I came to,
we've been thinking about him for so long, or I'm not sure exactly what it was, but Crow ended up being pretty easy to work with.
It was also nice, like the first 2 volumes of the show. We have so many characters that are young and optimistic and positive all the time. And
Well, and every time we would cut to the
naive.
adults, it would be this serious conversation. Every once in a while, you get Ozpin, comically sipping his coffee
or
mug or something like
Ublik
that.
being silly,
Da-da-da.
but we never had a jerk like the way that Crow is a jerk.
Yeah.
And I love him.
Yeah, I love
because
that
he
movie.
just says what needs to be said and how he sees it, and he's not gonna doll it up. He's
Yeah.
just gonna say, "Hey, you messed up. So now what are you gonna do?"
Yeah.
Well, he's
Move on.
salty, and you guys
He
really
is.
don't have that particular character,
Yeah, I
He
think
got
that's why
that
he's not like
sass.
Yeah.
He's salt and vinegar chips
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hugh
But he
Honey.
loves him. He loves just like he loves Rwby. He loves Yang.
Yeah. I think actually, just going back to weaving in stories, the hardest thing to work with this year is a lot. Originally, we wanted to do a lot more with Raven's story and Yang, but it was just one of those things where we only had so many episodes.
Yeah, Raven's a thing.
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to get into it because we want to actually show the story in the show. But I mean, it was something that we knew a lot of audience members wanted. But it's just that was like the one thing that's like we're not going to really get to this year. But we wanted to definitely set it up for future seasons.
Well, Raven let some.
That ledge.
There used to be a tree out there in Volume 2.
Shut up! Shut up! Yeah,
Cut
I was hoping we were gonna call
They
that like.
cut it down.
That's a new.
Yeah, there's the Ironwood scene earlier. I was thinking
I
of
love
it.
this.
Y'all ready for some
So much.
symbolism?
Between that and that
We've got the subtlety of a cannonball.
that achievement hunter poster that
Yeah.
magically gets populated to every other dorm room
Yeah.
because all the sets are kind of derived from some of the same pieces. So
I have to say, in this scene alone, this is some of the best camera work we've done.
It's phenomenal.
It really is.
Particularly because it managed to hide the right and left written on the bottom of Jean's stupid shoes.
I remember. Yeah, you saw it. Because a lot Miles, you're a lot heavier at the beginning of the production, not in weight.
I was about
but
to say,
in,
hey, man.
in influence.
I've been jogging. I have a
You
Fitbit.
have. This commentary brought to you.
Under Armour.
So as the season goes on, it's just a lot of you just like you want to get in a good mood, so you go and watch the latest cut of 2 or 3 or whatever, and you watch the first cut of 8, and you're like, "Hey, Carrie, this is all looking really good. Can we take the right and left off of Jean's shoes?" And I just went, "No," but we can frame them out.
Hand touch. Ooh. Man. This is a tough scene, dude.
This was a tough scene. This was, again, just a combination of the new style of animation, the some of the rig challenges that we've had this year, just with having so many different characters built at so many different times. All of our new rigs are great, but some of the older ones are starting to show their age a little bit. This is the first scene that 4 different animators animated this scene. Kim, Paula, Melanie, and Millie, I believe. And you can't tell.
Yep.
I don't think there's a single scene where you can actually see the shift, and I thought they did a phenomenal job working with each other and
Following the
A lot of that
guidance
goes,
of the show, and,
some of that goes to the leads as well.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And I mean, the animators did an amazing job. I don't want to take away from that, but the leads also, they go around with with you, Kiri, and they look at every single shot, and they give their opinions and everything else. And there's a lot of work from day to day that goes into that, kind of making it seamless. So
yeah, there's a lot of, hey, Millie, you're working on the shot right now. Melanie was just doing the shot right before this. You should go look. Let's get the continuity right. And they definitely, there's some things that they had to go back and fix, but they wanted to fix it and they wanted to make it right because they realized that between Paula and Kim, the hand shifted. You know,
What would you do if something came
the con candy was also a continuity issue.
Jean's eyes are light reactive.
Are they right now?
Yeah, they're
We
brown.
can't, for some
They're supposed to
reason,
be
man,
blue.
stuff kept becoming light reactive.
Well, that's we kept pushing the boundaries of the tech this
Yeah.
season, which then
Yeah.
meant that we kept finding new little things that would not react well to the way we were trying to
yeah,
raise the bar.
it actually
Jean's eyes are like a mood ring.
well, in the very first scene of the whole volume, Ruby's eyes are a lot more yellow and just gold than they normally are. And when I first
but it works
watched,
for hers because hers are silver.
well, it works. No,
Yeah.
it totally works. But when we first watched that scene, I thought that was something that I thought Robert was just like going crazy detail on it. And then he went, "Oh no, that's how they render. Is that not how they're supposed to look?" Because this is the first season of Ruby he worked on. We went, "No." And then so what we realized is we used to have all of the weapons and a lot of things like several characters' eyes and those kind of things were slightly light reactive because we'd only ever have one light in the set. It's a tune shaded show. There wasn't a lot of lighting going on, and it would just add a little bit extra, but it wouldn't be a huge deal. But now we've got a crazy number of lights in because Erica and Robert and the art team in general are just going crazy in a good way. And so now we're seeing things like Ruby's eyes were going purple and blue all of a sudden. We went, okay, we got to fix a lot of stuff now. And I think that was, that's just one of the unexpected things of this year.
Yeah. By the way, just because we're in this moment,
Yeah.
I would just say, like, I remember being in the mix stage over on Stuck On working with our rock and roll surround sound mixer, Lyman Hardy, over there.
Woo!
And we jumped
Yeah.
out of our chairs the first time Jean hits the pillar.
Yeah.
And
He
we
left
were
it
like,
really hot.
Yeah, do we leave that in? What do we do?
Yeah.
And we tweaked it a little bit, but we kind of realized that no, it actually kind of needs to be that sort of jump moment.
It's this big moment, yeah.
To show you how out of control Pyrrha is becoming.
Yeah. God, Jean and Pierre make me so sad.
Yeah.
It was nice that they got to have that little moment, though. That was something that was really important to us.
Yeah.
They have something,
The fans finally start to get some more information about what the hell is going on with Velvet and her weapon and all.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Hey, take lessons.
Maybe she just needs like a butt pick collection. You don't know.
dumbass.
Ruby's
Yeah.
so polite too. She's like,
Better, yeah.
It was also fun in all these heavily populated scenes. You'll see fighters from earlier episodes just kind of walking around doing their thing.
Yeah.
Members of Team Auburn just having a chat.
That turned into Layout's like favorite game.
Yeah.
where it's
Where's
like,
Waldo?
so good.
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
one of the members of Bronze getting taken away by Nevermore in one of the
I think so.
episodes?
Yeah. Yeah.
My favorite gag.
He lives.
My favorite still has to be. We'll see in a little while. One of the members of Junior's gang, one of his goons, or the crowd.
Oh yeah,
Just sitting there with a huge old.
I
thing of
love
popcorn.
that.
That was such a great.
Can we
touch.
talk about the popcorn debate of 2016?
Oh my god.
They're huge in the poster.
Yeah.
I know.
They're
I was just
supposed to
like,
be that
There's
big.
nothing wrong with it. We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later.
how about the poster debate?
no,
We can talk about the
Look,
poster a little
so
bit.
we, hey, one thing that's really great. One thing that's really great
Is Cole.
We finally
Shout
start
out
to
to
talk
Cole.
about. We finally start talking about Ruby's silver eyes.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some special stuff there. Also, best vision in Remnant goes to Ruby Rose.
Yeah, she's got the telephoto peeps.
No one else has green hair, dog.
Going to be friends.
There's your snack.
Ooh, she's going for some snacks.
Snacks.
Look how big that popcorn is, though.
It's so big.
Look, she's going to the settings room.
I need me some tools.
I kept wanting that to be
Oh,
like
this
the
is the
Captain Hammer
hallway that
logo
changes
from,
length too.
Yeah.
What? No, it goes around corners.
Chapter 9.
Look,
Yeah.
Oh God! When I heard the music for this
guitar.
moment,
Yeah.
I got
So good.
so excited.
Yeah.
Like this is finally the moment where it's like, hey, we're cranking it up to
Yeah.
11 soon. And poor Rwby.
I said at 12.
Poor Ruby's still just like,
What?
Mercury.
What is going on
this
here?
Isn't.
Yeah.
That's a friendly smirk, right? Please.
Right?
She
No.
wants
She
so
pieces
hard
it
to
together.
err on the side of giving people benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
That could be bad.
Oh, and the bombshell line.
Huh? What? Fighters, are you ready? God, these stadium shots are always so cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, my little ginger
this is great.
angel. Yay.
That's one of those mocap jokes that we just kind of did, and we're like, yeah, this is funny. Let's keep it.
Oh, PvP.
It's gonna be so good.
Tick tock.
Meanwhile,
We always pour coffee. Why do we do it? Why do we do it?
we had a joke that we were gonna do with what's in Ozpin's cup that we never really got to do.
I don't even remember actually.
He drinks
Oh.
hot chocolate.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what he drinks. Ozpin drinks hot chocolate, but we never had the opportunity to pay off that joke. Oh well.
Yeah.
Now you know. Oh my God.
They're so
Penny's
sweet.
last line is, "This is going to be so much fun."
Oh,
Oh,
It was?
boy. It was fun
Yeah.
for.
Well, it's a good thing we didn't go with what we were originally talking about, which is like when we get the eye closing shot, she's salutate.
There, we had a few things that we played with. We did that one. My personal favorite was right before her eyes dilate, she was gonna go, "But why?"
Yeah.
And then they were gonna dilate. And then I asked, when we had Taylor on the line recording, I had her do a take of, "Will I dream?" Daisies. Daisies. Oh, poor Penny. Did the whole bait and switch of like, "Oh, I've got a plan to stay at peak," and nope. Sorry, chica. Oh man, it's weird. Like, we don't take light of her death at all. Like, it's just like we've been thinking about it for so long.
It's been a
for
thing
so
for
long. Both her
3
and
years
Pyrrha.
now,
It's
yeah.
like forever we've had that. Even honestly, can I say like,
I don't care.
not more than Pyrrha, but Torchwick's demise, I was actually much more bummed about.
Wait, what?
Than
Hey, Gray, I know you're
than I
sensitive.
thought I would be, because in like the first like run of the Rwby scripts, Torchwick was a minor character, like, and he still is in the grand scheme of things, just a pawn. And he always has been a pawn. But we loved your performance and loved
Yeah.
the character so much, we gave him bigger and bigger roles than he was ever intended to have. So then losing him really felt like, oh my God, we just lost Roman Torchwick.
Yeah.
Like, it also felt right for the bad guys to lose somebody if the good guys were going to lose so much this season.
Yeah.
Do y'all want to talk about this fight?
yeah, we need to.
Yeah, so
wow.
yeah, Austin and Dustin did an amazing job on this fight.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of Bontiness in here.
Yeah, you can tell like the like her Penny's first opening shots.
Yeah, her Tai Chi
all the
move that
dance stuff,
starts
yeah.
the
Yeah.
blades. Yeah.
Yeah, there, and you know, and yeah, going back to it, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that he would start. Like, you know, there's the one crazy shot where Pierre's dodging all the things. In the file that Monty had, he hadn't finished it out yet. She's dodging nothing. She's just like jumping around in the air. So then Dustin found a spot for that shot, this one right here,
Yeah.
and then added all the lasers, added in the extra swords flying around, added all the
Just made
contact.
the shot work given the context of
love
just
that
the
shot
action that
so
goes on in
much.
the
Yeah.
shot, yeah.
And so well shot.
Yeah.
So well shot.
God, the mini lasers were such a great
It needs to be
idea.
said that the Rwby and Mercury fight was done by somebody else. The
Yeah,
inner. The fights
you're
in
right.
between.
Yeah, Kim did that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did a really good job with that too.
Did Kim make her cry too?
Yeah. Yeah, at the end.
Off
Yep.
screen.
Yeah.
Oh, spaghettios.
Dun dun dun. Yeah. So you know, we originally talked about you know, we're gonna have a bunch of swords form, and I think it was originally like Miles was like, yeah, we'll have like 24. And I was like, no, dude, we should have like
Have you not seen Unlimited Blade Works? Come
4
on.
dozen. And then Austin was like, or we just have 1,000.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many ended up in it. He had to do some crazy things like turning them into cards and doing a whole bunch of stuff to just try and get around.
Rendered it too. They had to. They had
Yeah.
a lot
This-
of hoops
oh,
to
yeah.
jump through.
This moment, along with the moment in 7, was we were really nervous about how we were going to shoot this. That
Yeah.
it wasn't too gruesome. This is our first main character death.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you guys actually had a long conversation about it with Bernie and Matt, and just kind of how you're going to approach it. And
Yeah, we had a couple different ways that we wanted to do it, and we ended up kind of going. So there's so many different ways we could have shot it, but we decided to again go for the kind of like a little bit more of the ramp into what's going on here.
But
Yeah.
why?
So a little bit of Tartakovsky in terms
Yeah,
of the
definitely.
silhouettes. And all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's that?
Someone
be
that
important.
I don't believe we've given a shout out to yet that we absolutely need to do
Yes,
is
do it.
Clayton DeWitt.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
man.
my God.
Clayton, David too.
Yeah.
And oh my God, of course, David
Yeah.
Levy.
Yeah. They, just
Sound
again talk about
designers
pouring their heart and souls. I mean, like every
It's amazing.
scene they've taken it as far as they can throw in everything they could
The
possibly think of.
littlest little things.
yeah.
Like when Penny's getting torn apart, like you hear like the aluminum soda can
Yeah.
crinkled just a little bit later.
I have a Red Bull in my hand all the time because that's how I'm alive, and
how you'll die.
Oh yeah, and Clayton was walking. Clayton was walking in the hallway. He's like, "Oh hey, I want to talk to you. What are you thinking for like ripping apart?" And I just look at him and I just crushed the can, and then I walked away. That was the entire conversation that we had. That's
great.
Anyway, yeah, that's it. You're right. Yeah,
I love that man.
and
I
they
truly,
they
truly
pulled
do.
it off. It's been incredible.
Yeah, and even after they do all the cool, hero effects and new sound design, all of that, then they still have to go back because we want such a
Love that
like
shot.
cinematic quality of the sound design. Then they have to do that damn footfall pass,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
all the steps.
They really push themselves every
That
single,
they do.
every single chapter.
I
This is
gotta go to the
awkward, I'm
bathroom.
I love so much about this episode.
Oh yeah.
Man. So great.
Yeah, I think especially because of especially because of the pacing that we've had for the previous volumes, everybody thought that 6 was like the big episode this
That's
year.
why we were trying to warn them and whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
and
no, not something.
This shot, real quick shout out. We were talking about bloopers earlier.
Yeah.
Who was
Yeah.
the animated?
It was Rachel.
Yeah,
she had
we-
that shot, and she has a version of it where Penny's left hand, the dismembered one, turns around and just flicks off the camera.
Coffee tea date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we
Checkmate.
had so many sets in this chapter.
I
So
think
many
there's like 30 scenes.
we haven't talked about Pat very much.
Oh,
Oh.
my God.
And yeah, he brings so much to a table as an artist and as just the creative eye. It's just he's so important.
He
you know?
He's
doesn't
so-
only work on Rwby. He works on Rwby, RVB. Like so
What's so
many
helpful
things.
because it's just like I have so hard a time keeping track of some of the little things, and I can just go. If somebody asks me a question, I just go ask Pat. He'll know. He'll just tell you. It happened earlier today. I can't remember what it was.
He
for
really
life of
does
me.
know the show.
He's just
inside out.
Yeah.
And there's so many little touches and like
Yeah.
Popcorn!
So originally that popcorn was twice as big. Chris Rainbow added that in as like it's not even a joke. It's just like hey, he's got a whole popcorn bucket. Why not make it big? And everybody lost their minds at it.
Oh, I wasn't the only one.
No, you weren't the only one.
The,
I was like, guys, this is a
this
pretty
music
intense moment,
cue-
and that is some comically large popcorn.
No, it's some comically efficient popcorn. You don't have to go back.
I mean, efficiently large.
it's really expensive there at the coast.
It is. Well, the trips back and forth alone.
Yeah.
as much as I love Jeff Williams' stuff, it's this cue that is kicking in right now,
Oh,
done
yeah.
by I think it was Alex.
It was Alex Abrams.
Yeah,
Was that his name?
did this bit, and I just get chills every time I
Yeah.
hear it.
Also, let's give a shout out commentary.
Shout out.
Jessica Negri.
Yeah.
It was she is a busy lady.
She is very busy, and it turned into us having about 2-hour window
To get her entire season
to do
performance.
everything for the season.
We were
Yeah.
only able to get her for 2 hours for
Yeah.
every single line, and she was such a champ about it.
Yeah.
She powered through it. And
It turned out great.
You know what? It's, as long as we're talking about this, the line a second ago, it wasn't alone. Neatham.
Yeah.
oh
we
my
talk about him.
God, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So not,
the-
not an actor.
No, so
Not
well, now
trained
it is.
anyway. But that's
Yeah.
the thing. Boy,
Like so many of us.
Boy, he has risen to the occasion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So the obvious question at the beginning of the year was what we're gonna do for Ren.
Yeah.
Were we gonna make him mute? That didn't feel right. And then we talked about Monty had multiple brothers, and when we met Neith at his funeral, at Monty's funeral, he definitely there's a lot of Monty in him. Like you can see that they were very similar brothers.
Yeah.
I
I mean, the whole family is so incredible.
Oh, they are, man. What was that?
Sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. And so Gray reached out to him, and he basically said I'll try and help. I don't know what I'm doing, but
Yeah.
I'd love to. And we were actually able to record him with the help to Warner Brothers Japan.
Yeah.
Because Neith lives in Japan, and we were able to. That timed out perfectly because you were on your trip.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Yeah, finally got the other end of the Skype call.
Yeah.
Torture in Tokyo.
Of course, yeah.
But Neith did an amazing job just stepping up and helping us with that. And I think he's taking the character in a really cool direction too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It was so great getting Roman back too.
Yeah.
And doing a little wink and nod.
Yeah.
You were very adamant about that too. Like we almost had him in the villains episode, but you were like, no, at the very most we can hear him. I don't want to show him, and I'm so glad that we ended up doing that.
Yeah, and you know, it's a shame because like I wanted to see him sooner, but it's like I felt like if we put him in the intro, if we put him, I feel like we my biggest thing was like I feel like we parked him. Or to the audience, we parked him at the end of last year. Here's all these other villains we're dealing with. We brought Adam back at the end of last year.
And now.
Here's who we're dealing with. Nope, Torchwick's there too. Like I really wanted it to be a surprise for everybody and to kind of come out of nowhere.
Beginning of the end.
Oh man, this shot.
Cool.
Chaos.
Reigns. Oh,
Which
my
spelling of
goodness.
Nobody? Okay, cool.
This escalated quickly.
Yeah, this is a trend that we wanted to kind of keep up for the rest of the season was, hey, you remember that awesome, cool set that you've seen a million times? Here's what it looks like on fire and with Grimm running everywhere.
Oh, man.
This TV's weird and her gauntlets look
Yeah,
green.
look at that.
It's great. So it's okay over there.
Okay, yeah, it also has the right frame rate. It's like, of course, all the.
Shut up, nerds.
Yeah, I know.
We've got drama going
With the
on.
refresh
There's
rate.
Bumblebee. There's Monochrome. There's a member
Raptors.
of Team Bronze getting carried away by Nevermore in the background of one of these shots. Oh, man. Oh.
Sad times are ahead.
Oh. Look at the tiny little Borbitus.
So
Good
Miles-
thing there's an invisibility spell cast around them right now.
hey, so you.
If you don't move, they won't see you.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like a. Never mind. I'm not gonna make that joke. So how much of these episodes have you seen, Miles? Like.
Okay, so it is tradition apparently.
Yeah.
That on every reestablishing rocket lockers. That on every
rockers.
Oh, I love the shot. Every volume of Rwby, like you said, a lot of my work ends with pre-production and voice direction and stuff. And then
I just get so sick of you.
yeah.
Inevitably, you get starting. You start to get pulled onto RPG.
Red versus
Yeah.
Blue, yeah.
Yeah, done.
So in the past two seasons that we've done, I haven't seen the last two episodes. Obviously, I've seen episode 10. I have not seen chapters 11 or 12, and I am very excited.
Ooh boy.
Oh, Juniper!
Ooh dig dog.
This was a super hard VO session. I think I'd just been sick or something and trying to do Jean for the
So
last few episodes.
can I call you out?
Yes.
You weren't sick. You've
was
been
it?
drinking a lot at a party. We had the Rooster Teeth holiday party.
That's what it was.
And you got really
Were you
drunk.
Oh, let me call you out.
Hey.
I had been
Uh-oh.
scheduled the Friday before the Rooster Teeth holiday party, or no, the Thursday before. You pushed me to Friday.
Hey.
Then you pushed me to Monday, and I
Hey.
told Maggie, I go, he realizes the holiday party is this weekend, right? And then I was like, I won't go crazy.
I-
Time out on my stupid story. Lindsay Jones. This line.
Leave her alone.
Not your rendition of it, but her rendition of that line. Every time it gives me chills and just
It's
rocks
really
me in my
good.
core. I love her.
Look, going back to half subject, I thought that the raggedness worked for Jean. I mean, because he's been
Yeah,
pushing
it
the
helped,
edge.
yeah, it actually ended up
Para's
working out well.
suffering. He senses that he's suffering. He now, I thought it just came across.
It was. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It was a hard day talking.
We actually ended up having to split it up over a course of a couple of days just because of it. But I think it turned out really well.
This.
Oh yeah,
moment-
your convention voiceitis kicked in, right?
It was.
Like,
Yeah, it was like
it's
it was
parties
like
and
three, it was like
conventions.
three
You
or
are
four
no
things
good
back to
voice
back, and
acting.
like the kicker was
After.
holiday
It was
party.
crunkness.
Crunkness.
Yeah.
Who knew that rocket lockers could be this cool?
I know.
Dude, we
Yeah.
had. What's funny is the whole reason rocket lockers exist. Not the whole reason, but like one of the main reasons.
Yeah.
Was for the moment where Jean gets shoved into a locker at the end of, or at the top of 12.
Yeah.
We wanted to do the gag with Carden.
Yeah.
In Volume 1, and then
Yeah, I know. I would say. I mean, again, not the whole reason, but like the reason we did that gag was to show that something like that was possible. You could survive it, all that kind of
Because
stuff.
you knew how you wanted
And
to
then
use it.
Yeah,
it worked out. Having Blake call it in and then have this moment worked out
Yeah.
even better. Like I love all the dudes calling it. And do you want to talk about that Nevermore bit? Just like
Yeah.
right there?
So this whole section was done by Dylan, Sean, and Dan. and they did a phenomenal job with it. I think. So when just going through the scripts, just from a amount of work standpoint, this seemed like it was going to be a pretty big deal. So Cohen, you went out of your way to pull it ahead in the production as much as you could, so that we could give it the time that it needed. Yep. And it still turned out to be a big thing. So the entire Nevermore beheading section was, we're getting towards the end. We're in like the last week of the production, and Dylan said, "Hey, I added this one little section. If you don't like it, we don't have to use it, but let me see what you think." And he played it, and I guess he'd just been doing like one shot a day or something like that for like a couple
Without
weeks.
anybody knowing.
Just extra stuff, yeah.
Yeah, just like a bunch of extra shots, and it turned out amazing. I almost said incredible, and then I turned into amazing, and I said a weird word.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Butt throw.
Yeah.
Oh, the Griffins were cool.
Yeah, the
It
Griffins
was
are
fun.
cool.
Still, we had, this was a big episode for Grimm. Still haven't gotten to my favorite Grimm.
Nope.
But someday soon.
A lot of people think it's the dragon, but it's not.
It's not.
You hear
It's
my
more
eyes
of,
clicking?
that's more of a wyvern. I think that's how you pronounce that word.
Yeah, the debate is raging fast and
I don't.
furious
What
right
is
now.
the debate? I don't get it. Is it
wyvern-
The technical definition of a wyvern versus a dragon in terms of like how many legs and how the wings.
Yeah. The wyverns have like the more of the bat-like wing appendages that we gave the Nevermore. Whereas
Nah.
the dragon, yeah, it's interesting. We had a name for it at one point, but I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Either.
It was
people
Bernie called that
finally-
out in one of the reviews. Also, he's like, by the way, it's not a dragon, it's a wyvern. He internally started that debate
That's
in one of
right.
our conferences.
Oh, one final match, buddy.
Place your bets.
I love those two so much.
Yeah. Too bad they died there.
No, they didn't.
I'm just kidding. You seem to.
Stop.
Run.
we put, people don't realize how much effort goes into crowd scenes like this.
It's crazy.
Oh my god.
You're talking about only being able to finish like 2 shots a week.
It's crazy.
It's extremely hard.
We actually, Nate, who had helped us with some stuff on Volume 1, we brought him back in, and you had him basically just doing exclusively crowds.
We knew that was coming. Like,
Yeah.
we really prepared ourselves for 10. We knew how big it was
Yeah.
going to be, and so we started playing it early on to get people ahead, start bringing people in,
Yeah.
and I'm glad we did.
No, that worked out really well, and I think that, again, the reason we're not doing this commentary at 4 a.m. after not sleeping for 6 days, like we normally do, is because of those kinds of things that you guys did to
Actually
really help.
had other team members covering all these positions.
You know what I have to say? What Rwby was a lot of is like learning from mistakes. This season, like we did a lot of really great things, but there was a couple times we did something, it didn't work, and we're like, you know what? Let's go back to the drawing board. Let's try it again.
Yeah.
And we got it. I don't know if we got it right yet, but I feel like we made some really good decisions.
No, I think we got there in a lot of places. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dylan made Iron Man look like such a badass.
I know.
Dylan was such a star in this episode. It was really, really great. So 2 quick things. One, just because the debate's all over the internet at this moment in time, this is what we refer to as an alpha Beowulf.
Yeah.
Just we had the Ursa Major and Ursa Minor.
Yeah.
Essentially, we've established the longer a Grimm exists, the more ferocious and feral and
Bigger and
grotesque they become.
spinier kind of stuff.
One of my favorite things was people were so like about Ironwood's weapon. Like, oh, it's only a pistol? Like, what is it? No one has gotten the Tin Man's pistol reference.
Yeah. Wait, a couple people have caught, and we have not revealed it yet, is that there are 2 triggers. Dun, dun, dun.
Some people caught it from the concept art
Yeah.
credits.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
there's a lot of people
James.
demanding that it please be the gun.
Look, the gun is coming. Don't you worry.
Oh, James Ironwood, I love you so much.
We're kids.
There is a bug in that shot for just a little while, and it ended up being the version of the shot that we shipped to Lyman, where Jean just pops in halfway through the shot.
Hey everybody, what's up? What's been
Yeah, and
Oh my god, I discovered my semblance, guys!
it's like,
I've been in a place called Alaska!
he pops in and he's already looking around, and you could
Classic John.
you could tell that Lyman lost it the first time he saw that, because he kept just playing that section over and over again while we were there.
Great, you did mocap for this bit, didn't
Yeah, I actually got to do the performance for Torchwick.
Yeah,
This is
you
awesome.
did almost all of Torchwick's mocap, like dialogue mocap. There's like one scene in 9 that I think you didn't do, but you actually did. You ended up doing most of it.
Yeah. Oh! I'm so
Oh,
happy
yeah.
this bit made
Yeah.
it in.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to the X-Ray and Fab fans. That's Iron Hilda falling off into
Yeah.
the distance. We were very
It's
happy
very
to
last-
squeeze her in there.
Oh,
somewhere.
speaking of, I guess not debates, of crises, the Budden debacle of 2016.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one can figure out how it happened. It was somewhere.
It may have happened in Volume 2.
It
What are
may
you
have happened
talking
going
about?
into Volume 2 or early Volume 2, where his topmost button somehow accidentally got pulled inside the rest of the geo of the model.
So if you go look at certain scenes in Volume 2, he's missing
his
the top button.
Huh.
And we saw him at the beginning of this year when we
Never caught it!
His beginning of this year, and one of the reasons the characters look a lot better this year is we finally got smoothing working for the characters, which helps get rid of those hard edge shoulders, that kind of stuff. So we were assuming for a while that smoothing got rid of one of the buttons accidentally because that little things like that happen. But no, it was inside his chest.
Now we'll know exactly how hardcore the cosplayers are.
Yeah.
Are you the 3 button or the 2
Are you
button?
Volume 2 or
Yeah. Yeah.
So we had to go back. We actually had to do a button pass. And
Yeah,
put the button
we're like, look,
on
he's
him
gonna be in
again and all
4
those shots.
episodes. Let's get the button in. Guys.
Yeah. It even shipped out to some of our partners that are doing some merchandise right now. That way, we had to send them an extra note. By the way, please put a 3rd button on.
Yeah.
please."
Somebody pointed out that Sun is the most consecutively bailed on character in this series.
Yeah.
Volume 1, they're doing the stakeout with Blake. Blake just leaves.
takes
Blake,
out.
what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's Rwby, what are you doing? And then in
Neptune
episode 12,
too.
it's guys, where are you going?
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Everybody
there's
bails
another
on
one.
Sun.
The number of times that a team member of Rwby has held the other one
Yeah.
in their arms.
There's
has been
that,
great.
and Dustin will never let me live down how many shots we've had of a character picking up another character off the ground.
We originally
and
did
how
that
he-
twice.
Yeah.
Oh,
then-
the reach down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to be confused. Never mind.
Yeah.
But if somehow it always ended up on Dustin's plate.
Yeah.
So this fight, which I say fight, was originally it wasn't meant to be quite as big as it was. Basically,
The
it was
Joel effect.
it was the Joel effect.
I love the Joel effect.
What it turned into was, hey, we want to showcase Weiss and Blake. Kicking some White Fang butt, kicking some Atlas soldier butt.
Yeah, it was-
Joel, you have a week. Go. And this is what he was able to do in a week. And
it's
it was
amazing.
crazy.
You got that sweet pose moment too.
Oh, yeah.
And then all this stuff.
Yeah.
It was one of the things that we thought was really cool and important to show, even though it's like a minor detail, to see how far Weiss and Blake have come from Volume 1, is you'll notice that Weiss is fighting all of her forces essentially from Atlas, where
Yeah.
Blake is fighting all of her former forces in the
The
White Fang.
demons that they feel like they're in charge of the most.
Yeah. It was just a little thing we liked doing.
Speaking of which,
Bum, bum,
The
bum.
cafeteria
Oh,
turned
God,
cathedral.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but like after seeing the cafeteria in Volume 2 for such that iconic food fight, we just really wanted to show this place that was once a source of a lot of happiness and
Yeah.
joy. It's now an arena
And
for something
fondness
a really
belief.
horrible moment.
Yeah.
Good lord! Talk about
shot.
crowd shots
Yeah.
mixed with fight shots.
Yeah.
Oh my
Our craziest shot of the whole show.
Oh yeah, Yun Hao, right? Did
Yeah,
that?
it was in how. Basically, that involved. I'm a terrible director. That involved. Hey, the camera's here. Get it over there in this many frames. And he went, okay, and did this whoa like crazy camera pan.
Remember, everybody, even Mercury Black, a terrible moralist person, knows always film videos landscape. And
Yeah.
not vertically.
Okay, I'm gonna have to ask early. Okay, so who came up with the pooping dragon? The Grim pooping dragon.
So that's actually been a thing from like super early
Yeah.
on in terms of like Grim. So we still know and have revealed very, very little about
Yes.
the Grim and where they
Yeah.
come from and what it is they're made of. And this is our little sneak peek of
Little
some
sneak
things.
peek. Yeah. Turns out, liquid things are pretty hard.
Yeah.
In a 3D.
The Grim Dragon Wyvern.
Yeah.
No, I think
Conceptually,
it
was
turned
really,
out
really goopy, like Venom symbiote looking
extremely
thing.
impressive.
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean it's scary as hell. So I mean, it really works.
I love the mouth design that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The double mouth thing. Yeah.
So
It's so
grotesque.
creepy.
Dustin was so. I forgot about that. Dustin was so excited about this shot.
Yeah. This whole we in a similar fashion it was, hey Dustin, you got a week. Let's make
Yeah.
something really cool. He just geeked out on it.
If I remember right, didn't Pat actually storyboard that sequence?
He did. So we had boarded that sequence. I can't remember exactly which artist did that one. And we just there's going to be a lot of technical challenges with it. Just exploding a mountain's a pretty big deal. So yeah, Patrick went in and actually did a still cool but a little bit more modeling friendly version. That actually it's my favorite version of them all. Like it turned out really really well. But it was definitely like a economy, like, let's make this work and not kill ourselves over it.
We got this, guys.
Yeah.
Everything's definitely gonna go fine because we got plot armor, right?
Huh? Guys? What?
A word, please.
I actually saw several comments that they thought that Ozpin at the base of the steps was Emerald.
Of course.
Ooh, yeah.
There's always the,
Yeah.
the crazy theories.
Big epic shot.
And second best eyesight goes to. Oh, I haven't seen this.
Yeah. You and everybody else, yeah. So now we're also caught up with the broadcast schedule now.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, so
man.
we can no longer talk about reactions because I don't know what they are. So, yeah, so this whole scene got animated before any of those background Nevermore or Griffins were put in. But oh my goodness, it adds so much.
Our layout team started adding all the additional flying Griffins in the background afterwards, and just like with each pass, every shot got. I didn't know it was possible to make the shots.
Say cheese, sucker.
How hard is it to like know exactly what a shot looks like early on, but only see it in certain stages, and then kind of like trust what the end goal is going to be?
It was for me, especially my first time being like a full-on director. It was once we got through episode 2, that was the point where like I knew like if the shot gets this far in this department, then I know that the next department can take it this far.
It's a weird process.
It's scary because
Yeah.
it really is, because it's like if you underestimate something or overestimate something, like it has to go back, and then that's when it, we lose a ton of time every time that happens.
Yeah, but what's really neat is that that sort of director foresight is a real thing, because we bring in Matt and Bernie for our exec reviews on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And they get to see all sorts of episodes in all sorts of states, and that they know how this works, and they can kind of tell what shots are okay and which ones are gonna.
Yeah, they can see a lot of really rough stuff, but then we know like the 2 things they call in an episode. Yeah, those are things that we need to address, because it's like they are able to look past everything and still see this. So usually that's a pretty good indicator. This was Dustin just for a week, just figuring out that shot. Just from a technical standpoint too, had to be split out into 4 separate scene files because he couldn't even play blast the shot. He couldn't even render
There's too
out
much stuff in the file.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was cray.
It was cray.
And now the moment we've all been waiting for.
Yeah. So now, so this part of the fight was done by Dylan and Ian. Dylan did more of the Velvet section. Ian did more of the Weiss section. And yeah, I mean, we've for a long time we've known what we want Velvet to be and do. And it's another one of those things where it's like it's just been cool to finally get to do that moment. So
Building up to after 2.5 years.
I know, Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We've got this is one of our first characters whose weapon extremely complements their semblance. And
So we thought the best way to do that would be to go reference and in some cases copy iconic shots
Oh,
from
I
the.
loved it though. I mean, like
Yeah.
all the little touches of being able to reach back and get some of the animation
Yeah.
from each of the characters whose ability she's mimicking.
Yeah, no, I mean, for a lot of those trailer shots that you're seeing right now, I mean, we went and got the original files, popped the animation on Velvet, and grabbed the scene.
And it's not just the animation, the way that we've got our characters built, you can kind of push the look of a character in the direction of another character. And so, if you're not crazy, if you were thinking that, wow, Velvet's face actually looks a little Rwby-esque in that red trailer
or Weiss,
shot.
yeah.
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I remember when Matt and Bernie saw this for the first time, they got really, really stoked about it. Yeah.
They were big fans of this fight.
Boop. What was the what was it like? Oh, I think you were the one that had the idea to end with penny swords too, and I loved it.
We started yeah. So we knew like, okay, we're gonna have her cycle through a bunch of characters' weapons. We named off the main 4. We talked about some other ones, and then it came down to like, what's the last one? And like for me, immediately it was just like, it has to be Penny. Like, there's no other way to do this.
There was the briefest debate
about
whether or not Penny herself should be able to show up, because
she's
not
technically
autonomous. She is also the weapons part of her, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And it would have been a different moment.
Love the gunner shot.
But just even see her weapons in action again was super sweet.
Oh,
here we go.
Do it, girl! Ugh. I love it when Weiss speeds off with her glyphs.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
I can do something?
Oh.
So I'm just watching Miles now.
Fans of the white trailer go nuts.
Oh. Oh my god.
Man, that arm and sword sure look familiar, huh? I wonder what
It looks
that
like it's
could
from the
be.
White Castle. Gotcha.
That's the same sword they used to cut the burgers.
Meanwhile,
This commentary brought to you by
you know what that looks like?
what?
Those bad guys from Bionicle that can turn into little balls.
Dude, Bionicle is my jam. Don't even get me started.
Oh, Ruby v.
This fight
Neo.
is
Yeah.
amazing.
This was 3 weeks of Joel's life right here.
This was I love that bit. So Torchwick's fighting in this is so awesome, and he did so many cool, clever original moves. The cane bounce, the dust bolt that he then spreads out. Like,
Again, this is Joel.
This was Joel. There's some of the earlier moves, and like there's a couple here and there that were again from one of my sections. But yeah, Joel had the idea to like he definitely wanted to play with the cane in ways we hadn't seen before.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Monty and I had this discussion back during Volume 1 where we kind of figured out that his fighting style was supposed to be based on something that's loosely known as Bartitsu, where it's gentleman's combat from previous turn of the century.
Yeah.
It's like inspires a little bit of it.
one of the difficult parts. This was another one of those fights where it was tough writing because we had ourselves faced with a difficult question: how on earth could Ruby Rose beat Neo and Torchwick?
Yeah.
And the answer was with a funny gag.
with a funny gag and a little help from her not friends.
Yeah,
And a spoonful
that's
of
one of the
sugar.
things that we've always loved about Ruby. Is she's kind of this outside the box thinker that does things that like a serious, mature adult fighter may not do. But with her kind of young, open-minded way of viewing the world, she sees opportunities where others may not. Boop. Later, sucker. Oh man. Oh, this is another great delivery by Lindsay.
Oh yeah.
And the eye animation too. All those little subtle nuances, pupil size, everything. Oh, it looks so good. Oh. Oh man.
You got spirit, Red, but this
Torture.
is the real world.
Preaching it.
Yeah, Gray, we actually ended up recording. I know you know this, but we ended up recording 2 versions of every line for this because we weren't sure at the time.
Right. How the sound.
How windy it was going to
conditions,
be.
yeah.
We weren't even honestly. I think at one point we weren't even sure if we were still gonna be able to do it on top of the ship. So we got multiple versions just so we could have everything recorded. I think we even still went back and did some pickups too for just to make sure we got the screaming over. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry, buddy.
great.
If you got to go out with style, but it's been a rough year for the characters that I voiced, man.
Oh my goodness. Great, you did such a spectacular job bringing so much
Thank you
life to
guys
Torture.
for writing such a cool character, and Monty, wherever you are, thanks for just making him damn cool.
Yeah,
Dude.
man.
It was an honor to voice him.
It was so much fun having you. Like I said, like because of the life that you brought him, he became such a bigger character than. Oh my God! It's like-
Yeah,
than we
I
ever
love that shot,
originally
yeah.
thought. But
Going back a little bit, kudos to poor Melanie Stern, who joined us late in the production. And one of the first times we mocapped, she had to be Ruby while I was playing Torchwick. So, one of the first times we get to work together, her supervisor is having to beat the crap out of her.
I think I ended up like pushing her onto the mat like 4 times too.
Yeah.
oh my God!
Oh snap! Who's that?
He has a turtleneck. Oh. So yeah, we
shout out to Austin for taking a scene and going, "Hey, I want to do this in one shot instead." I go, "Yeah, sure, that's fine."
Yeah, I get to do the mocap here for Iron
Yeah,
Man
you did,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's your shining moment, Carrie.
Finally, yes, we get to see the weapon.
Done.
Bro.
It was step
fun.
back.
We've been. I love the look Ironwood gives him.
Yeah, Sean did this bit and he nailed the confusion there.
Got your back, Jimmy. Oh my gosh. I completely forgot what I was talking about. That was too cool. Oh yeah, it had been fun poking, like teasing Ironwood's robotic right side.
Yeah.
For a while, with his arm acting up in Volume 2, him giving it a shrug
Earlier.
In Chapter 8 of this volume when talking about past wounds.
And just doing the super block in 10.
the
too.
super block in 10. People at this point, I think.
There've been a couple people who guessed it already.
Yeah.
You're gonna give Crow the line, James, if you only had a heart.
This is one of my favorite Crow lines. Where you won't have to walk very fast. So he's such a jerk.
I'm a comically timed line.
It's great.
Welp.
Coming again! Oh. Oh. Good thing my abs were here.
Yeah. They saved the day.
Yo, what up?
You're tired, huh? That's cool.
I was busy selling my dog.
Look, dog, life is hard. Kibble's expensive.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Meanwhile.
It's getting real. It's getting real.
Oh, gosh.
Back in the vault.
Yeah.
It's a type of vault.
Oh man.
Sorry,
Yeah.
now I'm just watching it.
It's it was really difficult to do everything we had to do with Pyrrha this year because we over the years just grew to love her, and but you know we knew this
Brad's
was
performance.
Oh
yeah
my God.
everything about it has been an incredible experience, and it's just that this was her fate this whole time, and we weren't gonna turn her back on it.
Yeah. I remember one person, I think, in Volume 1 pointed out, hey, has anybody ever heard of Pyrrhic victory?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Gosh. I'm actually a little nervous because I haven't seen her death, and I'm a little scared.
I don't know if all the
like-
effects are in here, just so you know.
It's okay.
Okay.
Oh. My beautiful green-eyed girl.
Jean, don't turn around. Jean, whatever you do, don't turn around.
You know that's gonna eat him inside.
Yeah.
Could have been our day. Can't you
Oh,
Meanwhile-
Adam, you jerk.
Meanwhile, the crazy abusive ex-boyfriend with a ego trip and
Yeah.
oh god,
He's getting angry.
he's not a cool guy. He is not okay person.
No.
Oh, yeah.
as I set out upon
Adam,
to deliver the justice
Adam and Blake's relationship is extremely complicated and dark, and we're finally starting to scratch the surface of that with this.
Also, involving more shout outs. Shout out to Kim and a couple of animators, but it's mocap is very difficult to do on the ground.
Oh my
and,
God.
A lot of Blake had to get redone for this scene because we mocapped it and the performance was great, and then it just didn't come through.
yeah.
But they did a really great job salvaging what was there and turning it into a really great performance.
You know, and there's something to be said about mocap. Mocap doesn't make animation easier. It's not about that. What mocap does, it's much like any reference you would take,
Yep.
whether it be storyboards or you take video reference. It really is just a form of reference that you build on top of.
Right.
But I would say 90% of the time the animator goes in and they rip out everything that's there except for the key poses, and
Yeah.
they build off the top of that. So
And then that was something we definitely wanted to do even more of this year, like we talked about before. And,
Yeah.
you know, I think it shows. I think the quality's gone up a lot because of that.
Jean, you had one job. Oh.
And then this happened.
Oh no! Oh, there she is.
Yeah, speaking of haunting music, this one was a big one for me.
Oh. I don't think anyone's gonna see this coming, dude.
No, it's gonna. I'm afraid to check Twitter on Saturday.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, damn! Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
People are not gonna be prepared for this.
Oh.
This is just turned into Listen to Miles.
Oh. Oh no!
I'm evil.
In case you didn't get that, I got it. Don't worry, guys. I got. Oh,
I don't got it. I don't got it at all.
Got it. I'll be real. I
have the
was a
opposite of
little
it.
overzealous. So We have a bunch of very noble characters in our show, Carrie.
Yeah.
There's two things that we did a million times this season that we didn't realize until
Yeah.
watching them all back to back, and that is our announcers going, "What's this?"
Yeah.
And it's also having characters saying, "I can help," and other characters saying, "No, you can't go."
Yeah.
And another character going, "Yeah, okay."
Okay, that's fine. I'll get out of here.
Everyone's just too noble, man.
Yeah.
We got too many noble people.
They just want to help.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Fun on a blind. There's an earlier version of this scene.
That'll never be seen.
People who have seen this before, where we actually cut to the front of this shot partway through to just show the head, and that did not make the final
No,
cut.
did not.
That did not make the final cut.
Oh, Adam, you are a twisted individual, and we have not seen the last of you.
Nope. Oh man, I'm so excited for the next part. Oh man, it was actually I guess we can talk about this in a minute too, but the beginning of the next episode was actually going to be the end of this episode, but again, just for pacing reasons, we ended up kind of splitting it up.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what it is.
I am genuinely a little tense right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I've lost count how many times we've watched these things as we refine the cut, we drop in more shots, that's more. And this is going to be a hard episode to watch.
Yeah, it is.
This was
this particular fight here was
Joel,
it was-
go, you crazy.
yeah, it was Joel. This was another of hey, let's see what we can do in a week kind of situations, and but we already knew we wanted to stylize it and not show maybe every single beat of this fight. And Joel took that to a really cool place.
Well,
as
that
we
was
kinda
actually
worked through it.
didn't you and Gray actually have a conversation about how to
No,
like truncate that a little
Yeah,
bit?
for production reasons, we had to kind of bring it down a little bit, and you created the idea of kind of like showing these like flashes of like here's this bit, here's this bit, here's this bit, which I actually honestly think turned out better than showing more of the fight. To be honest,
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually came out of a conversation with a couple of folks here in the office.
Really?
To be clear, yeah.
What's going on?
But
Oh gosh.
everything's sad.
Carrie, what have we done?
We're for other people. It's okay. We have to watch a race now, so that's our punishment.
Oh, the Bumblebee shippers will be so confused right now. They'll be so happy and so sad simultaneously.
Shots of those bandages that Tim got on there at the last minute. Good job, Tim.
Oh, jeez. Hey, why don't you guys just look at my abs? That might make you feel better. Oh, wounded Ren Norris.
Yeah,
Everything hurts and nothing is okay.
physically and mentally.
God.
We're not leaving.
This was another really big crowd scene for us.
I'll find them.
Oh, man.
I'm Ruby.
This is
I
reminding me of
do-
the Rwby 13 commentary when all of us got to the last episode. We just kind of stopped talking and we're now just watching the show. 'Cause this has been a year, guys. It's like
Yeah, we're in the second part of it, but yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
it's
But I guess it actually has been a year since we started RB 13. We started RB 13 about this time in 2015. So
2015 was a
Let me
thing.
call Glinda. I got her on speed dial for reasons.
yeah,
Tutoring.
yeah. That definitely did not turn into a mocap joke.
Oh, snap.
What
But
what
that
bad thing is gonna
means-
happen?
But I did this mocap with Kim.
Yeah,
It was actually really funny because like the first time we had to do the kiss bit, essentially we just hugged because like the mocap
Yeah.
or whatever. But like we both kind of tripped and just like did like a mini little chest bump, and then we're just
Yeah.
like, let's just roll with this.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Andrea finished up the scene, and it turned out really, really good. That little subtle leg thing that Pyrrha does. Yeah. This is it. This was the moment. Seriously, it's been like 3 years in the making.
Surely it'll be different, right? Like maybe something's changed since we last watched it. This will work better.
nope.
Oh, that hurt a lot.
It's gonna hurt more.
I know. Wow. Man.
Like a bullet through a tin can.
Thank you for that wonderful comment, Gary.
That was my Stan impression.
That totally is Stan. Oh, snap.
Internal struggle.
Oh, gosh.
It's Sean.
Meanwhile.
You and your meanwhiles.
Stop her.
What?
Here
It was a really good performance, man.
Thanks,
You did the
dude.
mocap for that too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this was man, it was an emotional episode in every every sense of the word.
It was, yeah. This also, again, I'm sorry, Grant Cohen. This episode ballooned a lot more than we thought it was going to.
Just a little bit.
Just a
Yeah,
bit.
it actually was like minute per page,
It-
which
it-
typically is not, the Rwby kind of timing.
No,
Yeah.
Unofficially, it's just like episode 12 and 13.
Yeah. We our page count changed a lot this year. Like our page to minute count changed a lot this year, which is not something that we expected because it had been roughly the same for the last 2 years, and
Yeah.
Miles and I miscalculated.
Yeah.
No, but it's changed. I think it changed in a large way because, one, you had a lot more emotional scenes, so you have to let them breathe. And two, we had a lot of action in this particular one.
We did.
So
Oh, that turned out just like the boards.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, sup?
how many
Yo.
storyboard artists did we actually end up having? At the
Oh,
end of
man.
this?
Half dozen.
It was 6 or 7 even.
Yeah. this one's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that does not include Patrick doing like a scene here and Lauren doing like a scene here. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So this last fight was Dylan and Dustin, and again with some files that Monty had already started.
Oh.
I'm actually obviously I've seen this a million times, but this is the first time I'm actually seeing a lot of the comps for this, which they look amazing.
Dude.
Yeah, and this fight came together in what, Cohen?
About 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
blows my mind.
They really had a game plan going into it.
Yeah.
And these guys were, both of them were ready to go, and they nailed it.
I got no words.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's been a long ride to get here,
Yeah.
and it's funny that the way a lot of these scenes played out in the episode are very different
Oh.
from how I thought of them during Volume 1.
Yeah. These are. There's.
But I think that's for the better.
I agree.
I think it's because we've all evolved that much since then.
God.
Pierre's not looking too good.
Oh.
Yeah, it was definitely Caesar's pleasure to destroy this set.
Wreck shop.
Yeah,
Dude.
even the desk didn't make it. Osmond's gonna have to go to IKEA, which is actually a team.
Led by John Mace.
Oh, dude. There you go, girl. Don't go down without a fight.
We'll just let Miles take this from here.
She doing stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, but the other one doing stuff harder. Oh, wait, no, I can't make fun of this anymore. Oh.
They were just
Oh,
trying.
there's our partners. Oh, this was
This is one of my
fun.
favorite bits here.
Our Volume 1 callback.
Yeah.
Such a cool gag.
Weiss believing in Rwby. Who would have thunk?
And Achilles' heel. Ugh.
It
Ugh.
hurts.
Ugh.
So, Kim
Yeah.
animated this sequence.
Yeah.
Put her heart and soul into it.
No, she really did. There's actually a really funny thing that happened where, not to change the mood up, but she cosplayed as Pyrrha for Halloween.
Oh, that's right. As a dance.
As Dance Pyrrha.
Looked great.
It did. No, she did a great job. And when she got this scene, she brought in. Actually, I think it might have been her roommate that actually did it, but she brought in the crown
Headpiece.
and put it on her desk.
Here we
And
go.
I'll tell the story in a second.
Oh,
Everything is sad.
that one hurt the most.
Yeah.
Dusty in here.
Them eyes. There goes everything.
God. I feel like I just ran a marathon.
Church, is that you?
We had a moment where we were like, we refused to let Pyrrha go out seemingly like in a helpless, pathetic way.
Yeah.
So we spent a lot of time saying like she needs to go out with the last laugh, for lack of a better
No,
word.
it's kind of subtle, but there's a very distinct thing where when she asked that question to Cinder, like Cinder picks her head up, but Pyrrha stands up like even taller and says and asked her like it was a big deal to not have it just be this thing that happened.
Yeah.
For her.
Something that
Yeah. So the funny section of that is so that crown was on Kim's desk and Dustin comes in and goes, "Are you trying to be her?" It was like, "Do you have to be in the mind to kill her?"
I remember she was just sitting at her desk, watching the playlist on repeat,
Yeah.
and she just looked at me and she went, "What have we done?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out
Tai
to
Yang.
Bernie Burns.
Yeah.
It was so fun to finally get him into the show.
Has that always been a plan for him to play that part?
No, not necessarily. We knew we wanted to get him and a lot of the main five in for a really long time.
Fun fact: he was almost Torchwick. He auditioned for Roman.
Yeah, I think.
So did Matt.
Sorry.
Well, Matt also auditioned for Ozpin too.
Yeah,
I think that was the other big
Both of they ended up kind of sounding a little bit like O'Malley.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's okay. We finally got Bernie in and we figured out something for Matt too. Mm-hmm. Wink. Smiley face. But so this was cool to finally get to see where they grew up. I don't know what the questions are going to be, so I'll go ahead and say it now. So this is Rwby and Yang's room. You can tell by the red and the yellow. The room that Yang is in is more like a guest room or something. We just wanted to kind of split them up. Let them recover separately. But makes sense that they share a room.
He said I did a number on it.
He just loves them so much.
you can definitely tell that.
That's not important. We can talk about it later.
I don't know. He used to be like this cool, like fearless, like cool adventurer guy. And
But now he's
just,
got
like,
dad shorts.
Now he's got dad shorts.
Yeah.
And there's his jerk of a teammate.
Sup.
Again, hinting at a few philosophical
Yeah.
differences between these two characters.
Well, we hint at it there, and then we beat people over the head with it in the next shot.
I'll make us some tea, one of which may have
Sure.
poison in it.
One of which might go to Crow. Sup. How you doing? That was also again just we like to layer in like subtle things as we go through the pipe. When Crow was drinking from the flask, Gray and I were doing a camera review with Yun Hao, and we were just joking about the fact that it'd be funny if he was like emptying it out.
So into the show, he's finally out of.
Like he's and we come back. He's like, I have that revision on the shot, and then he plays it, and Crow's going, like trying to force the liquid out. We go, that's hilarious. Yeah, we're leaving that in.
Yeah. Flask of film.
Yeah.
Tears.
Yep.
Kim do this one too.
I don't. No, she did not. But she wanted to. She called it. I think Kim's big thing is she wanted to be the first person to do tears for every character. Yeah, we actually spent a lot of time on tears this year.
I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah, it paid off.
easy to do wrong.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it! Now I'm programmed. I'm looking at Crow in his red eyes. I'm trying to figure out how it fits into the erased plot.
What is this? The anime podcast?
Ruby's on anime.
Huh?
It's funny. Every now and then a comment would come up over the years where someone would be like, "Is it weird that Oz talked about her silver eyes? Is that important?" I don't know. Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe. Maybe just a little bit.
Maybe just a teeny tiny little bit.
Yeah, I know this is kind of a big thing to drop towards the end, but I hope we're going to explain things.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Hopefully it won't feel too rushed. We'll see.
Yeah.
Did our best and we'll do our best again next year.
That bed, though, looks good.
I'm really sleepy. So like the scene's making me want to fall asleep so bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
she
aren't doing
got
that-
Beowulf toys.
Yeah, she does. We aren't doing this at 6 a.m, but we are doing this at almost midnight.
Yeah.
The best of the best.
You know, you were talking about the bed, and it made me I started thinking about like how many little decisions have to be made in order to make all this come together. There was a conversation about pillows and how the
Yeah.
pillow sat behind her, and how the blanket laid across her, and those were like long separate conversations by themselves.
They were, yeah. It's going back to Tim too, just rolling with punches. You know, we're doing the animation reviews, and you know all the characters are sitting up, and they're working with the proxy sets. They don't know what the final set's gonna look like yet, and they go, "Are there gonna be pillows behind propping them up?" And we go, "Huh, sure should be, huh?" Hey Tim, and he comes over. He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Are there pillows behind her?" And he goes, "No, not really." And you go, "Could we get some pillows?" And he goes, "Yeah." Yeah, no, we can do that. Yeah, and he like you see him like he like at first I thought he hated me, but then it's just like you learn like no, he's just churning, and he goes,
Yep.
"Yeah, no, we can do that." And he goes like he finds the pillows.
He's so
and he-
soft-spoken.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so silly. So, I mean, I know that they live in the log cabin. Is there anything about this design that's influenced about the house from Goldilocks and Three Bears?
Sure.
Okay.
How very observant.
We're just going to go with that.
Yeah. Unless that puts us into a hole, like a writing hole later, in which case, no.
Yeah, that's silly.
There were a couple of Ursai that had already kind of built it and were hanging out in it.
Yeah. They're in the walls.
You can still hear the beating of their heart beneath the floorboards. Oh boy.
Where's your other one? Oh, wait. Still in the cafeteria.
It's funny, yeah, you were talking about just little decisions that have to be made. Like, there's little things that you have to, like, try not to forget. Be like, oh, yeah, we need this, oh, yeah, we need that. And then there's some that you just want. Like, we were like, Yang needs to have sunflowers for
Yeah.
her. Like, that has to be a thing.
Yeah.
It's just like you get dumb little things in your head that you want no matter what.
And there's certain bartering you have to do too. You're like, if I get this, then I might have to give this away. You know, that's part of production. That's constant every
It is.
single day. If you want something really bad, you have to decide what you're going to give away.
Yeah, picking your battles becomes a definite thing.
This
Yeah.
is going to be, I think, a bit of a shock for a lot of our Yang fans. Yang is an incredibly popular character. And
I would say
incredibly-
she's one of the 4 main.
Some might say that, yeah. But even within the world of Remnant, she's like a popular girl. She succeeds in just about everything she tries at. She's beautiful. She's incredibly gifted.
She's also now known for being disqualified from the tournament.
And then, yeah, this volume, her reputation has been questioned.
Yeah.
Her popularity has plummeted. Her abilities have been, I mean, broken. Like it's
Truncated.
It's just such a shell shock for Yang.
Yeah.
And
I think, you know, and we never know how people are going to predict things. I mean, people called Penny from a mile away, and, you know, we didn't really think we were going to get away with that one. And even, or Penny being a robot, and then also Penny the season. And my hope, and I know that a lot of people have ended up thinking this way, was, okay, something's going to happen to either Penny or Pyrrha. Oh, I guess it was Penny. And then we get to the end, and it's like, oh, two. I have a feeling that a lot of people didn't think that we would have the guts to actually have something happen to one of the main characters.
yeah.
It almost seemed like you guys set out to like take the most important thing away from each one of them.
That's pretty much,
You-
yeah.
I mean, if you look at you know, Rwby, she's losing friends. That's
Yeah.
extremely important to her.
Yep.
And Yang, she's losing her herself, a piece of herself.
Yeah.
You know, she's
She's the
very
brawler.
strong and internal.
Yeah.
You know.
Blake, who was hurt by the last person she opened up to, finally learned to open up again, and then
And
once
finally learned
again
this is what happens.
feels as though that
Yeah.
you know, she holds herself responsible for things, and she's going back to feeling like an outcast again. Weiss, who thought that she could do things on her own and be her own person, now is getting taken back home and having her freedoms taken away from her once again. And,
It's a long way to go.
and Juniper lost a teammate.
Yeah.
And you're sure
They're
you
not Juniper
won't
anymore.
belong.
They're junior now.
Yeah.
Soon
Sound
to
a lot
be-
like Jack.
Soon to be Ranger.
Yeah.
I've been internally calling them.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Then let's get started.
A smaller, more honest
And then
soul.
this is
It's
the
true
last
that
big
a
reveal
simple
that we've been
spark
trying to hold on to for the longest time.
We're doing our best to. It was actually one of the reasons we had Shannon as Ozpin do World of Remnants this year, because we kind of wanted people to forget about Jen Taylor in regards to Rwby, because we wanted to just get out of their minds and let it come back as what is the big villain of the series.
Yeah, I think we hinted at it the first time in 7 when we actually hear. Oh wow!
Actually, there's a shot in 3, or there's a line in 3 that Crow has.
Things she's made.
The thing she's made.
I still took that as people could misconstrue that as him talking about Cinder.
They could.
But now,
The first
Now you
time
know,
we ever
yeah.
see Cinder. Oh yeah, this was.
Sad Glinda.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, Glinda could just fix everything." Nah, she gets tired too.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Dad?
Yeah.
Wash away. Of course, they won't realize
Papa
it
Shindy.
at first. Like you, they'll cling to
Better
their
ingredients, better pizza.
their aspirations.
I hate you.
I'm sorry.
I hate
now
I
you get to
hate
explain it.
I hate you.
So you send your guardians, your huntsmen.
We've always internally kind of felt as though
they fail, and you turn
the
to
end
your
of
smaller
the Beacon
soul.
arc was
Know
just
that
how
you
we were
sink
getting started, and
to the same
after hearing,
pitiful
talking with Bernie,
demise.
oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I completely got derailed because I haven't seen this before.
Yes.
and oh my god.
Speaking of shots evolving over time and that kind of stuff, this is exactly how I wanted the shot to go.
Oh my god.
It's been an amazing ride, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So many people have worked so hard.
The
On
end of
this
the
season.
beginning.